the place for the realest conversations.
I appreciate United Garden Homes for stopping through with a check for $2,000.
Yes.
Some people came through anonymously,
Yes.
dropped off money. The family has received those funds. And whatever you can do, if everybody do a little, nobody has to do a lot.
The movement continues.
What are some of the conditions in the jail that got people upset, like the living conditions on a day-to-day basis?
We'll come out of our cell at 11 o'clock in the morning. We'll get food and we'll get medication. So that shortens the time. Out of those 2 hours, we'll probably get an hour out, and then we'll have to lock back down. And by lock back down, I mean we staying in our cell. We get fed in our cell. We don't come out of our cell at all. And that's pretty much the biggest problem. And they simply say that they're short-staffed. But that's not enough because they knew that they were going to be short-staffed. Like, this has been a problem for over 2 years now.
The marathon continues.
There's never been a better time to make change in the city of Milwaukee, starting with the youth. And we talked about the housing. Willie Hines, y'all boy Willie Hines, and they trying to change the leadership over there. We got our hands full, and it's not the time. But we got attorney B. Ivy Lamar on the lines right now, calling from the courthouse. How you doing, attorney B. Ivy Lamar?
Hey, what's going on, Tory? I'm good, man. Happy to be here.
Joining me on the line, Dr. Umar Johnson. How you doing, brother, Dr. Umar Johnson?
Peace and Pan-Africanism, good brother, Black Power, to all my brothers and sisters in Milwaukee, Kenosha, Green Bay, Racine, and across the state of Wisconsin.
Yo, peace, King. I'm going to stand with you and walk with you, brother.
God bless you.
Because I think it's an important thing, what you're doing, and you need to have the support of the community. Regardless if we live in these areas or not, it all affects us in one way or shape or form.
It's time for that action and all the smoke. This is the Wisconsin Broadcasters Association award-winning Tory Lowe Show on 101.7 The Truth app, and streaming live on YouTube.
Man, best show in the world, bro. You got the best show in the world. Hope you know that, man.
God bless you, brother. I appreciate that.
Big up to you both. Thank you so much. Tory, you spoke to my kids. Liz, you did too. But you spoke to my kids, and when I tell you both that they was talking about what we did earlier that morning all day, that's literally what they was doing. They was talking about it all day. My son was just hollering,
Awesome.
where's Tory? Like,
I wanted to make sure that I let you know that to hear a person and have a person like you in this community, the way that you are selfless, the way that you give, even when your cup is not even full, you are filling other people's cup. And that just inspires me to make sure that I help you the best way that I can by doing my part.
As always, my good brother, stay cool, stay calm, stay focused.
Now, live from the Avenue in the heart of downtown Milwaukee, here is the king of talk radio, Tory Lowe.
Justice Wisconsin, the truth, the most requested advocate in the state. 101.7 FM, the movement continues. Yeah. Milwaukee, stand up. It's Tory Lowe, the truth. From 1 to 4, we about that action, so tap in and let's go. We want that justice, we want all the smoke. From Monday through Friday, trying to bring the city hope. Yeah. Tory Lowe from 1 to 4, Monday through Friday, let's go. We bout that action from the block, and we ready, let's go. Tap in, and it ain't no holding back. We ready. 101.7 The Truth. Tory Lowe. Tory Lowe Show live from American Family Insurance Studio. And I'm here for the action.
And but that action.
And I want all the smoke.
Who wants the smoke today?
Salute to all my brothers and sisters on the front lines. The marathon continues.
The movement continues.
How you doing, DJ Brother Z?
It's Thursday.
And how y'all doing out there in Radio Land? Truth Nation. Thank you for joining me this August 21st, 2025. We got another powerful conversation for you today. So I'm gonna need y'all to open up your ears, okay? Hey, look, I'm gonna tell you this. Yesterday we were out assisting with the flood damage victims, the elderly that are suffering right now, because
I'm gonna tell you right now, you gotta be about that action because the work, it's a lot of work out there. It's a lot of work out there. But salute to Elizabeth Brown. We went to see Miss Fisher. She needed some deep cleaning, and we paid Miss Fisher a visit, and we was able to finish up a lot of the deep cleaning ideas with her. Once again, these are things that we have to do, during these times when we have uncertainty when it comes to how we're going to get help, especially when it comes to people that are, on the north side. When we talk about helping, when we talk about doing it ourselves, a lot of people talk. A lot of people out here talking. There's a lot of conversation going on. But when it's time to do some real work, it get thin. And I'm telling you it get thin because I'm seeing it. Like a lot of people want you to believe something. Smoke and mirrors. This is the problem with a lot of the things that go on in Milwaukee. Everybody wants to misdirect your attention to make you believe something that's really not going on. That's really not going on. And that's the truth. This is what's happening. Because they mad because I get to see and I know and I see what's happening then. Then a lot of people that, I don't even want to say how, you know what, I'm going to say this. Because I was going to say something, but I said I wasn't going to touch on it. Because it's ignorance. Like a lot of people, they so hell-bent on making you believe something that's false that they'll start arguing and everything like that. But I always said if you're working 80 hours a week, you ain't got time to argue. Like if you really doing the work, you ain't got time to argue with nobody. Anybody that's arguing and fussing and fighting, you can't be working. I don't know nobody that's working and arguing all the time. I don't know. It seems like you're trying to make somebody believe something that ain't happening. That's kind of what I think. You know what I mean? Because I don't know nobody that's doing work. They too tired. They too tired to argue. They ain't got time. There's a lot of folks that's trying to argue and make people believe something. And I tell folks, if you ain't got to argue, you just got to do the work. Hey, anytime you help somebody, they going to tell it. Anytime you help somebody, you remember the story of Jesus when he was helping folks and he told some of them not to go tell it. But they went and told it on the mountain. What they say, go tell it on the mountain. They go tell it. They go word of mouth spread faster than anything, even if it's a rumor. So if you working, don't worry about it. You ain't got to say nothing because the folks gonna tell it. If it's some real work that went on, if it's some fake work, how come people working and nobody ain't telling nobody about it? DJ Brother Z. I tell folks like work, if you help somebody for real, that's gonna spread like wildfire. And then ain't no need to argue if you helping folks, because if somebody getting help, that's all that count. That's really all that count. I guess they trying to bring the gang mentality into the helping, into the advocacy. You know what I found out? DJ Brother Z, and I'm going to say it. I'm going to say this. Sometimes when people mess up their life, they got to find a way to redeem themselves and make themselves look presentable into the public. So they'll go through the church. Like the church used to cleanse folks. Like, they fell out, they had the spirit hit them or something. And then they'll say they changed because they went to church. But I'm seeing a new idea out here. I'm seeing something new. Now everybody an advocate. Now everybody an activist or advocate. They got, questionable past where they did something messed up and they cleansing themselves. Now they ain't even got to go to church, DJ Brother Z. They just got to say they're an advocate or activist. Like they got to, that's the new way to say that I done changed my life. I'm out here helping the community. You used to have to go and get ordained, It was a harder process for the elders, that was out here trying to make it look like they didn't clean themselves up. They had to go be a deacon or something. They had to go and study, theology or something. They had to go come back with a piece of paper to say that they changed. Now, all you got to do is say you're an activist or advocate or something, and you done took the shortcut. It ain't even no certificate for that. DJ Brother Z. It ain't even no certificate for it. It just sounds slick. I don't like it because there's some real advocates out here that's really doing the work. And some people using it as a shortcut. Some people, now you would talk to somebody, they don't even say they're a minister no more. I'm an advocate. Here we go. Hey, God bless you. If somebody getting help, even if it's a little help, it was a person that wasn't even getting that little help in the first place. So I look at it like that. God bless everybody. Salute to everybody in the chat. Josh, Jeff, Not Really a City Girl, LL Woody TV. Salute. How y'all doing? How y'all doing out there in Radio Land? But we got some people that still need help. We got some people that still need some help out here on these streets. And I seen an article of a woman that says that she done lost everything and she hoping that FEMA can come through for her and the family. If y'all watching as we broadcast live, we got video. Let's listen.
FEMA comes and supports all of us.
A plea from flood victims like Davia Washington that can be heard across southeast Wisconsin. Many flood victims hoping now for federal help. FEMA officials will be in Milwaukee County tomorrow to assess if the president should make a disaster declaration. If he does make that call, people and businesses can then start applying for help. We first connected with Davia after she sent us an email saying her neighborhood on the northwest side looks like a scary movie. She asked TMJ4 to be a voice for her and her neighbors who are struggling. Jenna Ray has their story.
There's toys and everything under here. There's clothes, covers, sheets, blankets, towels. We literally lost everything.
Now everything is out on the curb.
It looks like junk right now. It wasn't junk when we had it.
This is what Davia Washington's basement looked like last week. And now
this is actively growing.
Correct. This is mold. I don't even know, I've been trying to call 211 for help to clean. I have a son here with chronic lung disease.
Davia says her neighborhood on Milwaukee's northwest side hasn't seen any relief. So she emailed us.
I reached out because, we need help over here. We're scared that we're not going to get the help that we need because we're in the lower ends, of the north side, and I think that we're going to get forgotten. We've lost everything.
As you look down North 46th Street, Davia isn't the only one.
I haven't had water in a week and 3 days. They just now coming today.
Tiffany McKinney's basement also covered in mold and seems to have breaking foundation.
I want my kids to get sick. I have 3 kids here at the house. I had to send my little one over to her Nana's house because this is not safe for her to be here.
It's the same story across the street.
So how much water was down here?
All the way up.
Chuck, Tiffany, and Davia say FEMA needs to step in.
I'm hoping FEMA does, supply me with a new furnace.
So I hope and pray that FEMA comes and supports all of us. We're just asking that you guys don't forget about the north side.
In Milwaukee, Jenna Ray, TMJ4 News.
I told y'all, since I've been out here running around doing what I can, and salute to all the Truth Nation that's out here being of service during this time. They will forget about, like she said, she don't want to be forgot about some of the people in these neighborhoods on the north side, but y'all got to be loud. Y'all got to get loud. Y'all got to make sure that y'all documenting, making sure that y'all reaching out to the older people. Do not sit back. I keep telling y'all, do not sit back and let this happen. Even whether you believe help coming or not, y'all got to make sure y'all document what's going on. Because it's a lot of things is moving around. A lot of people looking for this money, this government money to come in. And you know how Milwaukee get when the money come in. Okay? They going to pinch off of it. They going to get their buddies. They going to do their buddy thing. All right? Okay. I'm telling y'all, be vigilant. Be vigilant. Don't give up hope either, because if you keep searching and keep working, things going to work out. Things going to work out. But if you don't, if you sitting back being quiet and taking a negative approach, if you taking a negative approach like ain't nothing going to happen, then all of a sudden something happened, you behind the ball. You wasn't calling, you wasn't keeping a paper trail, you didn't even believe, and now something happened, and now you crying on the news talking about nothing. Nobody ain't trying to help you. No, be ready so you ain't got to get ready. And if nothing don't happen, something gonna still happen because you working to make it happen, whether they come or not. Understand what I'm saying, Truth Nation. This is the time for a lot of people. A lot of people didn't get affected by the flood like that. So they good. They ain't really worried about it. They good. They may not even try to help nobody. It didn't hit their basement. And they looking out on the street corner looking at all the people that's putting the stuff out there, and they just keeping it moving. Like, hey, it didn't hit me. It didn't get to me, so I'm good. God bless me, not you. That's how they look at it. But understand, it's going to take everybody to save each other. Hey, even if it didn't hit you, I would be in somebody's basement trying to help them. I would be out here trying to clean some of the elderly and disabled, trying to help them. Josh says they not coming to help, so we got to help each other. Regardless, be ready. If it don't happen, you still make it happen. But if something happened, then you can still get something to happen. Hey, look, when we come back, Truth Nation, we'll have more conversations. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
And that's Tory Lowe, bringing you all the action and all the smoke. Need a way to hype up your day?
Hey, is this Carolyn?
It is.
Congratulations, Carolyn. You just won this.
Congratulations. Woo!
God is good all the time.
What would you do with $5,000?
I'm going to buy my nieces some school clothes because my nephew just passed away.
Aww.
So I'm going to get them some clothes.
Stay tuned into 1017 The Truth for your chance to be entered into the Gruber Law Office's 5K giveaway. For contest rules, visit 1017thetruth.com.
Hi, Drew and Jonathan Scott here. American Family Insurance can help protect your dream home for whatever comes next. You can live in your own oasis or your own clubhouse. Whatever you choose, get the right coverage. Save up to 23% by bundling home and auto. Life's better when you're under American Family's roof. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI and its operating companies. 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
If you have built-in advantages as a white person that you just have, and it's not like a white kid has sat down when they're young and say, okay, white kid, you have all these advantages. They just exist. It's built into the fabric of what America is. And I don't expect them to want to willingly give up their advantages. Just like I don't expect someone who is successful to share their secrets of their success. I expect successful people to gatekeep.
Listen to The Truth with Sherwin Hughes, weekdays from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m.
At Educators Credit Union, our members are our purpose. As a credit union, we're more than a financial. We're people helping people. We aren't concerned about profits or the bottom line of shareholders, because our greatest reward is you achieving your financial dreams through lower rates, free financial resources, and award-winning member service. Experience more heart and less hassle by making the switch today. Achieve more at ECU.com. Educators Credit Union. Achieving more together. Insured by NCUA. Membership eligibility required.
It's 1017 The Truth. Dr. Ken Harris for Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. It all started with a new invention in 1925, the roll screen. The ability to roll a window screen up and down like a shade. Pella invested in this breakthrough when the business was born in Pella, Iowa, and has introduced the world to innovation, game-changing decisions ever since. They've been at it for a century. When you want long-lasting comfort and reliability, it's easy to trust Pella. Every piece is specifically constructed for you and your home, and always designed with innovation and rigorously tested for quality and performance. The Pella team takes pride in constructing quality windows and doors with meticulous attention to every detail. Investing in new Pella windows and doors creates long-term energy savings and durability that lasts for years. There's no reason to wait, because if you order by August 31st, get 0% interest for up to 60 months. Certain restrictions apply. Yes, that's up to 5 years with no interest payments, so don't miss out. Visit PellaWI.com today.
You are listening to The Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Woo. Y'all ain't know how, right? Let's go. No masterpiece. Hey. 10 bad babs and they after me. Bad. One bad look like a masterpiece. Looking for a dunk like an athlete. Big drip, what you call it? Big drip. Ice chain, pure water. Ice. You got the cab, but can't afford them. Cash. You got the bad, but can't afford them. Give me the beat, I ride it like a jet.
101.7 The Truth. Tory Lowe Show. DJ Brother Z on the ones and twos.
I know they mad at me.
All right, this is serious. I need y'all to listen up, because a lot of people on the north side is renters. And the owners of the house have to do a lot of the remediation, and you don't own the house, so the person that owns the house may have to come in and try to fix it, you know. And if y'all ain't got no good relationship, or if they slumlording it, you might even have a bigger problem if you renting. Understand what I'm saying, Truth Nation? And so a lot of people trying to say that they're going to hold back the rent money. You know how y'all get when y'all say, I ain't finna pay that rent because this ain't happening, that ain't happening. Now it's from flood damage in the crib, and it's sewage all over the basement. And some of these landlords, I don't know how they handling that. But when that first of the month come, they want the check because you living in the unit. It be like that. It be like that. So they going to come and say, hey, look, you still got to pay that rent. Even though I ain't handled that basement, or it might be some mold in the basement. It could get nasty. It could get real nasty. So what you want to do is go to community advocates and set up a rent abatement where they hold the money so you don't end up looking funny at the end. I'm trying to tell you, they can still collect rent. You still might be on the hook for rent, even though everything ain't working right. Understand what I'm saying? So it's a process that you can take through community advocates, that they can hold the money. Because once you don't pay the rent, you might get evicted. They might pass you an eviction and they ain't even got everything straight. So they'll always have the upper hand if you don't go through the right process of holding back the rent. It's a way to do it. But you got to go through a third party. Understand what I'm saying, Truth Nation? It can get tricky, and a lot of our people are renters on the north side. And y'all mad because y'all still smell the sewage downstairs. Y'all still seeing black mold in the basement. And y'all like, hey, I'm not finna pay this rent. I can't even stay here. Okay, well, you might get an eviction. We got a story of a woman who is still dealing with this. Still dealing with it. She on the news trying to tell people you still might be on the hook for that rent. And this a white lady. Let's listen.
Between the stench,
I don't even like coming in here,
the mud, and the mold covering
yearbooks and things from my mom's funeral, and just a lot of things.
It's hard for Sheila Ritzow to walk through her apartment near 76 in Howard.
Because in kind of a shock mode.
Wading through more than a foot of sewage, she escaped August 9th and hasn't been able to return home since.
And I have COPD, and it's not a healthy situation for me.
Her landlord, Metropolitan Associates, brought in fans to dry the place out. But the floors are still stained and dirty.
That is molding under there.
Staying with friends in Muskego, she called her landlord to ask if she'll be compensated for the time she can't live there. She says Metropolitan Associates didn't have plans to compensate her and didn't give her the option to terminate her lease.
And I said, well, I am not going to pay September's rent
She goes, oh, you have to pay September's rent. I said, it's not livable. And she said, they told me it was livable. Is this livable? This is far from livable.
We called Metropolitan Associates to ask if impacted tenants will get their money back or have the option to leave.
Thank you for calling Metropolitan Associates, the apartment specialist.
No one answered Wednesday afternoon. But Wednesday night, management sent a statement to 12 News saying, in part, quote, all affected units have been treated with industry-approved antimicrobial agents and remediation is well underway. We're working with our industry partners to resolve these matters professionally and as quickly as reasonably possible. We will be addressing tenant concerns on a case-by-case basis and will remain in regular contact with them.
I know they got a lot on their plate right now, but, you know, I'm trying to deal with this and do whatever I can and put it in God's hands, I guess.
And Emily, she's saying that insurance will cover damage to her belongings.
Right, up to $10,000, but she is still saying at this point she's not sure if she's going to get any of that rent money back, and she is homeless right now, just staying with some friends. Metropolitan Associates not answering our questions tonight about what tenants will have to pay and if they will see any of that money back.
Yeah, certainly looking forward to their answers to those questions.
I understand what she's saying.
The Southwest side.
I can't even use this unit. Do I get a discount? All right, we gonna find out September 1st, DJ Brother Z. How many of y'all gonna get a discount because y'all can't even occupy the unit? And this ain't just affecting one race of people. It's multiple different races of people being affected by this that's going through this. But you know how they get down on the north side. Hey, if you don't say nothing, you might end up in eviction court. You know we got an eviction problem anyway. You know we got a mass eviction problem. They just ain't talking about it, but I'm going to tell you this. Y'all better start keeping track, and then y'all better start asking these landlords, if I can't use this apartment because it may be hazardous to my health, am I going to get some rent, you know, for the time I'm not here using this space? You know, what is the rate? That's what you need to be asking. These are the questions and ideas you need to be on right now. Because some of them going to come and charge you the full price. And if you can't pay it and if you don't want to pay it, you could be really out of an apartment and on the streets. Hey, look, when we come back, we'll have the Pop Culture Report, Truth Nation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
More of the Tory Lowe Show is next on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
This is 1017 The Truth's Dr. Ken Harris, and the time is now, Milwaukee. You know, perspective is essential. What I found is the news behind the news is more important. I want you to leave my show with a sense of knowing what was missing that adds depth to the conversation. Tune in Monday through Friday, 4 to 6 p.m. on the new 1017 The Truth, the Truth app, or 1017thetruth.com.
Marquette University High School football lives here. Catch all the action of Hilltoppers football on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. Tune in this Friday night as the Hilltoppers kick off their 2025 season hosting the Arrowhead Warhawks. Join our coverage starting at 6:30 p.m., leading up to kickoff at 7 p.m. Marquette University High School football is presented by Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all. And sponsored by Left's Lucky Town, C.J. Schmidt, Capital Insurance Agency, Boyle Fredrickson, Annex Wealth Management, Magic Productions, and Berghardt Sporting Goods. Coming with straight truth.
Tory, I love you, I love you, I love you. I love you when I first started hearing your voice. And what you're doing, in the words of T-Pain and Gorilla, I love it.
Thank you, brother. Bless.
Hey, I'm down with you, man. I missed your last gathering, but the next one, I'm going to be there, and I'm going to make sure I introduce myself, because, hey, you're God in all circumstances.
Catch the Tory Lowe Show every weekday from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. Never miss a moment of the truth with Sherwin Hughes on the new 1017 The Truth.
Violence is a tool. Violence is a tool of oppression. It's a tool of subjugation. It's a tool of manifest destiny. Let's not say all of a sudden, oh, hip-hop music is why people are... No. Y'all know how America was discovered? Murder. Slavery, human trafficking. The origins of violence predates hip-hop. Can we at least agree on that?
Listen to The Truth with Sherwin Hughes, weekdays from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. Tap into the best power hour in radio in Milwaukee.
Drop my pants. I had to make sure I wasn't seen. I don't want nobody to get surprised.
This is a sick Negro.
I'm just a real one. I peed again, came on back. I said, what y'all been doing? We've been out here for 3 hours. Y'all ain't peed yet? Just sitting here, we playing beer pong, and y'all sitting here peeing next to me? I'm still itchy today. Thinking something wrong. Am I the only one that's astonished by this?
Catch Truth to Power with Kyle Wallace every weekday from noon to 1 p.m. on 101.7 The Truth and The Truth app.
Your expression on your face, that's got to me. And the man wasn't lying.
What you mean the expression on my face? How can you see my face? You listening to me on the radio, man.
No, I'm watching you on YouTube, too.
Oh, all right, then. You're an old man, and you know about YouTube. How old are you, Adam? You about 85.
83.
I'll be dipped. How blessed are we to have you?
Watch all your favorite 101.7 The Truth shows by subscribing to 101.7 The Truth on YouTube.
Sports Update on 101.7 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Brandon Snide. Milwaukee Brewers dropped their third straight game on Wednesday evening to the Chicago Cubs at Wrigley Field. This one by a final score of 4-3. General Manager Matt Arnold joining WTMJ this morning discussing how this team is starting to fight through adversity.
We just have to keep that mentality, stay strong. You know, we're going to go through adversity. Nobody thought we were going to go undefeated, even though I know we won 14 games in a row. But we know that this team is very talented, and Murph just reinforced that point.
Brewers will wrap up the road trip in Chicago this afternoon and return home to open a 3-game series against the Giants on Friday evening. And lastly, we'll head over to the NFL, where the Green Bay Packers welcomed in the Seattle Seahawks for a joint practice. The two teams will face off in the NFL preseason finale on Saturday at Lambeau Field. That kickoff is set for 3 o'clock. This sports update brought to you by Associated Bank, proudly supporting your hometown teams. Member FDIC.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 101.7 The Truth app, and 101.7thetruth.com.
Okay, this so bad she can reproduce my child. It's so bad she can move in my house. Yo, gonna probably lose my mind. Lose screws on fire.
101.7 The Truth. Tory Lowe Show. DJ Brother Z on the ones and twos. Pop Culture Report. We got DJ Ricky Allenz in the studio.
What it do,
How
man?
you doing?
Tory Lowe 104, man.
Hey, how you doing, bro?
I'm chilling.
Hey, what's happening in out here on these Pop Culture streets?
Man, your boy, Young Dolph case.
What's going on? Because we've been talking about this because every day I'm seeing new information on this case. One of the shooters have came forward working with the police to try to break this case wide open.
Yeah. So Hernandez Javon was found. He had trial today, and he was found not guilty.
Not guilty?
Not guilty. So the jury deliberated for less than 3 hours, came back that said he was not the mastermind.
What?
And that, like I said before, Yo Gotti's brother, Big Jook, was the potential mastermind, but
he's gone.
He dead and gone, so they can't do nothing with that. But yeah, Hernandez, he
walked free today.
He walking free. I don't know. I don't know the specifics after that, but I know for a fact he's not found guilty for the murder of Young Dolph or being the mastermind behind that whole murder. They said they said that he's just the middleman. He should still get charged with something because he conspired to carry out that hit, and he knew a crime that was committed, and he didn't report it to the authorities. So he should be hit at least with parties to a crime.
Well, they saying that he was not guilty on all counts.
All counts?
That's what this headline is saying. Hernandez accused of plotting Young Dolph murder, not guilty on all counts.
He a free man then.
Wow.
What's his lawyer name?
Man. Well, we've been talking about this because he even had the shooters, one of the shooters point him out.
Mm-hmm. He hired the shooters.
Right. So
it was 2 young dudes.
How is he walking away even if he had anything to do with it?
Mm-hmm. Like I said,
did they overcharge him?
Like I said, he conspiracy. All you need when it comes to conspiracy charge, all you need to do is know that a crime is being committed or is about to be committed. That's enough to go to jail for.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
That's why anytime somebody getting indicted by the FBI and they get hit with a conspiracy is because you knew about a crime, you knew about a crime being committed, and you didn't report it to authority. That's enough for conspiracy. That can get you up to 3 to 5 years.
They saying for the first-degree murder charge, the jury could have also convicted him on the second-degree murder. Why they didn't? They said they just not guilty on all accounts.
That's why I said, who his lawyer? I want to know who his lawyer is.
Hey, he must have had the spirit of Johnny Cochran in him.
But then also the family of Young Dolph said that they're not hurt by it. They respect the jury's decision, and but I feel like they're only saying that because hell, they got their lick back all them years.
Wow. Well, it's a lot of death going on. Right?
Oh yeah, they been got their lick back.
They wasn't. That's what they call a street justice.
Yep. Everybody literally been social media been saying that all day. They said ain't nothing like street justice. Yep. That's all it is.
Well, the district attorney says that we respect the jury's verdict, but we are disappointed by it. We believe that Hernandez helped facilitate and contracted the hit on Young Dolph, and we believe we had significant evidence to demonstrate that. Walked away.
That man going home.
Hey, if you got the money to pay your attorneys.
And I think, if I'm not mistaken, he used the money that Big Jig gave him to buy the attorneys.
Oh, wow.
Because he was bailed out, and then he started the first time he got bailed out, he started doing interviews and mocking the case and stuff like that. And the judge got a hold of the interviews and stuff and told him he had a bail reduction he had to come back to. And she I don't think you're taking this serious. You this is a high profile case, and you murdered a celebrity and a local resident, and you're out here on bail doing interviews. Do you know that I can lock you back up?
Oh, wow.
She stop doing interviews, stop talking too much, and get yourself ready for this case because it's very important that you take it serious.
So now he gets to walk free. What's next? I guess street. I guess it looks like.
I would say.
It may be a street justice idea for.
He needs to leave.
The people of Young Dolph.
He needs to leave
because, like you said, its bodies was dropping through Memphis.
Yeah, when Dolph first got when the situation stirred up and he got murdered in Memphis, Moneybagg Yo moved away. Yo Gotti moved away. I don't know if Key Glock, which is Young Dolph's cousin, I don't know if he's still there or if he moved away. Black Youngster moved on the outside skirts of Memphis. So they knew the storm that was coming. Hey, how you doing? They knew the storm that was coming. So
oh wow.
But yeah,
that's a lot going on.
And if you look on YouTube, it's a video of Moneybagg Yo, all his foreign cars on I don't know what those trucks called where they carry the cars.
Right.
All his cars was lined up, and he moved.
He moved out of Memphis.
I don't know if Glorilla still lives there or not, but yeah,
it's dangerous right now.
Yeah, only friends and family who can afford to move out of Memphis still lives there.
Well, I'll say this was definitely high profile, and I definitely wanted to make sure that we keep everybody updated because I tell people a lot of times when you live in that life, that street life, no matter if you making music, living a street life, or anytime you touch certain ideas, only 2 outcomes, either death or jail can only come from dealing with certain ideas. And, you got some people that squeak by like this guy. He kind of squeaked by.
Yeah, but they also say Memphis and New Orleans judicial system is so messed up. Those are the two cities, those two cities justice system is so messed up. They people will literally catch a body under certain statutes, they only get 6 years.
Well, and they also say if they don't solve it in New Orleans within 24 hours,
they drop it.
They drop it. They drop it. Yeah.
Yep.
So
they drop it. That's why. And that's why people like Boosie and Webby, they don't live in Louisiana. They live in Atlanta. As soon as Boosie got out of prison, he moved. He transferred.
Well, this is a lot going on, you know, when it comes to this case with young Dolph, and I believe it ain't over by a stretch.
Oh no, not at all. Street justice.
Hey, that's wild to me. And and for these young people that's out here looking to be a part of that life, you know, you putting your family in jeopardy. You know, when you take on certain ideas, these street ideas, your family may not even be involved.
Oh no!
I heard that it was people that they was just catching their family members and taking them out.
Yeah, it was this one guy that's part of Black Youngster and Yo Gotti circle of people and affiliates. He just got done just messing with a little young woman. He come home. He normally parks his car down the street from his house and he walks home. And somebody seen him walking towards his home and caught him outside under a tree.
Yeah, and people don't understand when you get involved in beef. Your grandma could get it.
Oh yeah.
Like, and so I think a lot of people don't understand. It's not just about you and that person. They're going to do whatever they can to hurt you and your family. And so you putting not only your family members in jeopardy, innocent lives of family members and friends and things like that. That's why I try to tell people, don't practice these ideas because you're going to end up, if they can't get you, they're going to get somebody that you know or care about.
Yeah.
And they don't have nothing to do with a lot of this. And a lot of people quick to try to engage in this little lifestyle called, these G codes and these, street codes. But it come with a lot of pain behind it.
Yeah. And this new generation just don't play fair. They ain't no rules with them. Ain't no guidelines. Ain't no, like back in the 80s and 90s, it was structure.
Right.
It was guidance.
No innocent women and children.
Yep. It was guidance. It was rules. It was regulations. It's what you call, it was lits. It was literature. You know what I'm saying? And it's none of that now. You know what I'm saying? And that's where the street code and society crumbles.
Like I said, it's 2025 and everybody for themselves. And if y'all, especially my young people that's listening to the show, the streets don't love nobody. Understand what I'm saying? So when you get out here and you making decisions and you going toward an idea that is going to lead to either death or jail, try to exercise other options. Try to rise above a lot of that low vibration. I call it a low vibration state because if it's only two options, I mean, it may look sweet at first, but it could definitely end in some of the worst things you have ever seen. And when you look at young Dolph, somebody that came from the block, came from the hood, grew into a space where he can get generational wealth, now he's murdered tragically.
But young Dolph, in my opinion, he was moving a little too reckless. He was moving too freely. Like he had a bulletproof, I forgot what type of car it was, but everything was bulletproof. But man, you got to get out that car sometimes. You got to get out that car sometimes.
When we come back, we'll have more Pop Culture Report with DJ Ricky Allenz.
Of course.
Truth Nation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
More of the Tory Lowe Show is next on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
If you have built-in advantages as a white person that you just have, and it's not like a white kid has sat down when they're young and say, okay, white kid, you have all these advantages. They just exist. It's built into the fabric of what America is. And I don't expect them to want to willingly give up their advantages. Just like I don't expect someone who is successful to share their secrets of their success. I expect successful people to gatekeep.
Listen to The Truth with Sherwin Hughes, weekdays from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m.
Jess Sims is always looking to take her performance to the next level.
Palms facing you, then you're gonna switch.
You got this, Jess.
We got this.
And she needs her money to work as hard as she does. That's why she uses U.S. Bank Smartly Checking and Savings, which does exactly that, helping her track her spending and grow her money.
Adamant about the mental work.
Together, we'll achieve more than any of us could alone. That's the power of Jess And this is the power of us. Visit usbank.com today to get started. Member FDIC, copyright 2025 US Bank.
Hi, I'm Brittany Miller from Big Frog Custom T-Shirts and more. Custom T-shirts, sweatshirts, jackets, hats, you name it, we can do it. Big Frog Custom T-Shirts and more is family-owned and all about celebrating life's big moments. Maybe it's a milestone birthday, a celebration for your child's first goal, or that work fundraising event. We are everyone's printer. No minimum orders, affordable designs, and help straight from me and our team. We're the one-stop shop for all your custom needs. Start your project today at bigfrog.com/Mequon.
Being a caregiver for a family member can be very rewarding. It can be very challenging, too. Besides taking a physical and emotional toll, it can also take a real financial toll, especially if you're paying for home safety upgrades, covering medical expenses, cutting back on hours at your job, or having to leave your job altogether. In some states and in certain situations, you may be eligible to get paid for the care you provide, but finding reliable information about caregiver compensation can be overwhelming and very time-consuming. The AARP Foundation Paid for Care Hub can help. It's a free online tool developed with support from United Healthcare, where you can search compensation programs, explore your options, and get answers to frequently asked questions. Find out today if it's possible to be compensated for the time, effort, and care you're providing. Visit paidforcare.aarpfoundation.org to learn more.
It's the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Check. Straight up, dog. Straight up. Yeah, straight up. Hey. I go by Mike.
1017 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. Pop Culture Report brought to you by DJ Ricky Allenz. Hey, it's a lot going on out here in these pop culture streets.
So let me ask you something. What you know about Eve?
EVE?
EVE. What you know about Eve?
Eve is, I think she went overseas and got married to one of those billionaires, I guess.
Okay, so let's take it back to the early 2000s. Did you know? I didn't know this. This is news to me. Did you know that Eve was signed to Dr. Dre at one point?
I thought that Dr. Dre was producing Eve, but I don't know to what degree, because she was repping Rough Riders.
Mm-hmm. So I found out today that also what's the news to me, Eve and Suge Knight was dating.
What?
Yeah. They was dating little old Eve and Big Suge Knight, the monster.
What
the
is
bully.
you talking? I thought he was dating Miss Chalet.
Man, Suge Knight that whoever he want to date.
I seen the Miss Chalet biopic.
No,
hey.
So
something in my heart.
So here's the thing, and I seen that by the way too. That woman went through some stuff. So here's the thing. Eve was signed with Dr. Dre, which is Aftermath. Aftermath, the name comes from Aftermath because, he had Death Row and after. So Aftermath was distributed through Interscope, which is Jimmy Iovine and Geffen and stuff like that. So I'm thinking that Dr. Dre just producing songs and stuff like that. Come to find out, Eve is signed to Dr. Dre at the time. So at the peak of 2001, maybe 2002, maybe even 2000, early 2000s, here comes the infamous Slim Shady. So when Slim Shady gets signed by Dr. Dre drops Eve from the label.
What?
Yes. So Eve says she was bitter about that. She that was wrong, da-da-da-da. So she hosted the Soul Train Awards 1 year with Shamar Moore and somebody else. And they said that Suge Knight was in the back and Eve wants to meet you. They told Suge this. And Eve was they introduced him to, and he I've been wanting to meet you and stuff like that. And they shook hands, and next thing you know, they started talking, and she I need help with a situation. And, Suge Knight, I'm good with those. And she Dr. Dre dropped me from Aftermath, and I want you to help me get my deal back. So Suge Knight, being Suge, goes up to Interscope and starts going off on Jimmy Iovine and stuff like that. And,
threatening him.
Mm-hmm. Doing what Suge does best. And Jimmy Iovine didn't like that and dropped E from Interscope. So now you got dropped from your distribution deal and the Aftermath.
Oh, wow.
So, and she said she felt like that was get back from dropping me because of Suge Knight. So her and Suge Knight been dating. After that, Suge Knight and her started dating for 8 months and stuff like that.
What?
Yeah. And then
Eve was and Suge Knight was dating, like being together romantically.
Yep.
What?
And then not only that, but Wah and Dean, which are brothers who own Rough Riders out of New York, they got wind of her and Suge Knight dating, and they talked to Eve, put her to the side, and said, "Yeah, you are our little sister, and we don't want you hanging out with that dude. We don't want you in the mix with him. We don't know him, but we know people that do know him, and it just ain't a good look, Eve." So and Eve took it into consideration,
and she dumped him.
She went back and told Suge, and Suge's exact words was, "You know what? If I had a little sister, I would agree too."
Oh, he didn't really. So he wasn't really feeling her like that.
He didn't disagree with what they said, but he like, you know what? I would feel the same way.
Well, not really. A City Girl said Eve was with Stevie J also.
Oh yeah, they actually had a sex tape out.
What?
Oh yeah, they had a sex tape out.
Holly weird. And, I'm gonna tell you this: when I see Hollywood, and I watch all of the biopics, and when people start telling their real stories, behind the scene, up front it looked glamorous. Because, I thought Eve was a Rough Rider. She was with DMX.
So
she was with Dragon. She was out there with Swiss Beats.
So Rough Rider is somewhat similar to like Quality Control music. So Quality Control, QC, the label, is like a management company. So they manage Cardi B, they manage the City Girls, they manage Ensign, the Migos. It's kind of the same ordeal with Rough Riders. They like, prime example, remember when the Locks was with Bad Boys? Rough Riders got them out of that deal. They didn't want to they said it, they didn't want to be in the shiny suits and be with Bad Boy, and Puff would let them out. So Puff sold their contract to Rough Riders like, man, look, take them. I can't do nothing with them if they don't want to listen. So that's how they got on Rough Riders, because I'm like, wasn't they with Puff Daddy? But yeah, so they kind of like a management company / record label. So they can manage you just as well as sign you.
That's wild to me. Like it's like musical chairs. Well, I'll say this: everybody wanted, the goal was to get a record deal at one point, but now is that the goal?
In today's generation and social media, no. And I feel like the person who set the tone for that is Soulja Boy and Chief Keef. They both proved that you don't need a record label.
And I think Young Dolph was independent.
Young Dolph, Pepper Route is Young Dolph record label. He he got a distribution deal with Empire. Empire is a label. It goes back to like that management / record label type of ordeal industry. So Empire, they're more of a marketing distribution company. So they help you get your music out there. And they take a little bit of a percentage. They really.
I think that's how all the record deals are set up now.
Yeah, they help you push your music. It's up to you to
put it out there.
Yeah, basically.
And I'm seeing that the new deals now is that they just want a percentage. You do all the marketing. You produce your own music. You control your own social media.
Yep.
We'll just use our vehicle. Maybe set you up on a little tour.
Exactly.
Just kind of offside managing you.
Yep.
And placing you where we can. We may place a song in a video game or something like that.
Like basically, you put up your own money, and we'll get behind you and give you a little push. Basically,
we'll take 20%.
But Empire, because Empire had King Von, they had Dolph, they had Dirk at one point, I believe. So and they're based out of California. So and everybody has been through Empire, and they all even. A lot of Detroit artists, Babyface Ray, Ghetto Boy Peasy, OMB Peasy.
Well, they say Empire is infamous infamous for putting insurance on their artists.
Yep, like Mo3.
Yeah, they
I heard
got
that story,
insurance.
yeah.
They'll get the real street artists, knowing that they talking about ideas that's gonna get them killed. And it seems like how some people fund the war and create the war. So they'll be like how
what's it called?
Drake,
a proxy war?
Yeah, how Drake and Kendrick Lamar is on the same label.
Mm-hmm.
But they funding both sides. UMG funding both sides because they making the money on the front end and the back end.
Mm-hmm.
So it seems like they'll find artists that have street ties, give them some money, then they start beefing, then they'll get the other side some money, and then they'll make the money overall from both sides and have insurance on the artist.
And still get paid. Wow. And I tell people all the time, because I'm a DJ and I dibble and dabble a little bit in the music industry, and I tell people all the time, record labels ain't nothing but a big bank. It ain't nothing but a loan. They got the money, you don't got the money. You got the talent, they'll put money behind it, but understand this. When you sign that paper and you take that loan, they are the first ones to get their money back in interest, and you are the last to get paid. I wish all artists would understand that. Like TLC was a prime example. They sold all these millions of records, but you got to understand this video cost $4,000 to make. The beat costs $10,000 to produce. The studio time costs $5,000. It costs $10,000 to mix and master. Being an artist is not cheap. That's why people just do it on their own.
Right.
And it's not hard to do it on your own now. You can,
especially now.
Yeah, you can go buy a $200 mic and Fruity Loops and Adobe and go crazy, and you just save about like $50,000 and turned it in.
And there's so many young videographers out here that can do great work as well.
Yeah.
Quality work.
And like I said, back to the industry portion of it, you got to pay producers, booking agents, managers.
And they're going to overinflate the price.
Traveling
kind of like when you go to the hospital and you get a Tylenol. You could have went to the store and got the Tylenol for like, $5. They going to put it on there. That Tylenol costs $30. You know what I mean? That one pill.
And then you got to pay taxes at that.
Hey.
So at the end.
And they don't even calculate the taxes in.
At the end, you only looking at everything's been paid off, or everything's been leveled off. You only got like $10,000. Granted, you done sold 50 million. You only got 10,000, but look at everything that you had to pay for
to get to that.
It ain't free. It's not free.
Well, DJ Ricky Allenz, I hope they listening.
Mm-hmm.
And I appreciate you for coming through with that pop culture report.
Oh man, I try to do when I do it, man.
All right. Well, look, when we come back, Truth Nation, we'll have more conversation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
Truth Nation, please join us at our 3rd annual Truth Family Fest on Saturday, August 23rd from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. at Riverside University High School. Admission to Truth Family Fest is absolutely free and a great place to have fun and celebrate with family and friends while also enjoying some great music and amazing food. Also, everyone in attendance will have a chance to win some great prizes, including backpacks for the kids, so make sure to save the date for our 3rd annual Truth Family Fest on Saturday, August 23rd from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. at Riverside University High School. Truth Family Fest is presented by Crash Course Driver Education Center and U.S. Cellular. Also sponsored by Landmark Credit Union, Milwaukee Public Schools, U.S. Bank, Gruber Law Offices, Big Frog, Milwaukee Area Technical College, Educators Credit Union, and Riverside University High School. Truth Family Fest on Saturday, August 23rd from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. at Riverside University High School.
Ready to buy your first house, move into your forever home, or simply refinance? At Associated Bank, they've got you. With the right lending plan and guidance, you can achieve your dreams. Your financial goals are closer than you think, and Associated Bank is excited to help you reach them. Learn more at associatedbank.com/lending or ask a banker for details. Subject to credit approval, member FDIC, equal housing lender. We are the American Cancer Society, making strides against breast cancer. We are nearly 1 million strong and growing stronger every day. Join us on Saturday, October 11th at 8 a.m. at Summerfest Southgate as we come together for the Making Strides of Milwaukee Walk. Whether you walk for a survivor, in memory of a loved one, or to support the American Cancer Society, you bring us closer to a future free from breast cancer. Are you ready to join the #1 breast cancer movement in the country right here in Milwaukee? Sign up for free today at makingstrideswalk.milwaukeewi.org.
Milwaukee's Black Talk lives here. You are listening to 101.7 FM, 1510 AM WGKB Waukesha and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Justice, Wisconsin, the truth, the most requested advocate in the state. 101.7 FM, the movement continues. Yeah. Milwaukee, stand up. It's Tory, Lowe, the truth, from 1 to 4. We about that action, so tap in and let's go. We want that justice, we want all the smoke. From Monday through Friday, trying to bring the city hope. Yeah. Tory, Lowe, from 1 to 4, Monday through Friday, let's go. We bout that action from the block, and we ready, let's go. Tap in, and it ain't no holding back. We ready.
101.7 The Truth. Tory Lowe. Tory Lowe Show live from American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue. The movement continues. The marathon continues right here on 101.7 The Truth. Thank you for joining me for the second hour of the Tory Lowe Show. We got guests coming through, some youth coming through, some youth that are out here speaking out about what they feel that needs to happen in the city. So I love hearing from the youth. But it's two things that I want to talk about, because DJ Brother Z sent me a picture of this deer. DJ Brother Z sent me a picture of this deer that looked like it had mutated spots all over it. And remember, we brought up that there's rabbits with tentacles, there's squirrels that have a kind of mutation, and now DJ Brother Z sent me something where they saying that it's a mutant deer out here. This is what the headline said: mutant deer spotted with terrifying flesh bubbles and fear grows of animal outbreak in the U.S. So these animals that are going around here looking weird, like they calling them like zombie rabbits, zombie squirrels, mutant deers. These are the titles, and people are seeing these animals with unusual growth on them. I just want y'all to be aware of this while we talking about all these different things that's going on in our communities. I don't know if we can get the picture up, because DJ Brother Z been looking at the pictures. I want y'all to see this. I showed y'all the rabbit the other day and the squirrel, but now they're saying that there are deer with this unusual growth. Now, this has not been something that in my lifetime that I've seen. So maybe it was out there, maybe we didn't see it. But I'm going to tell you this, with all of the things that they injecting these animals with these different, injections and stuff I'm trying to tell y'all, something is going on with these animals. And I don't know if they out here sticking the animals with some but these growths are unusual, and people are questioning a lot of this. And, they're saying that don't worry about it. Don't get close to the animals. I'm telling you, y'all better start paying attention to this, because I move in threes. And I wouldn't even talked about it, because when I saw the rabbit situation, Liz had sent me the rabbit looking crazy. And so I was like, man, that's crazy, but maybe that's a one-off. All of a sudden, I saw the squirrel looking like this. And I said, okay, that's 2. Now it's 3. Now I got to talk about it. That's 3 animals, 3 different animals out here with a mutated look. And everybody's seeing this type of stuff going on. I think y'all, we got the picture up if you're watching as we broadcast live. Look at this. People are starting to see rabbits, squirrels, and now this deer picture. Something going on. And if y'all encounter these rabbits and squirrels, don't feed them. Don't feed them. And look these stories up. Y'all, I know y'all worried about the politics, and I know y'all worried about this, and y'all worried about that. But these are things that you can come across in your neighborhood. So if y'all seeing this type of animal out here, please do not engage. They saying that don't engage. I work in threes. Like I said, when I see 3 things looking weird, I'm bringing it to Truth Nation. Now, I saw the squirrel, and the squirrel was looking crazy. I said, that could be a squirrel running around your house, in your garbage. You know how the garbage can got the little hole in it? And you be trying to throw the garbage in the garbage can, but the squirrels done chew the hole in it. It might jump out and grab you. I don't know. But this is something that I don't hear nobody really talking about. I just see pictures floating around, and it's looking terrible. It's looking crazy. And we just talked about the squirrel and the rabbit, and the deer is now, people are actually taking pictures of the deer. So be careful. Keep your head on a swivel. Keep your head on a swivel, Truth Nation, because this is looking like something that came out of a horror movie. Like something that happened in Hollywood, in a Hollywood movie, the way these animals is starting to look. But I think that, with these people injecting these animals, they doing these experiments on the animals. And now they probably out here mating, and here we go. And they're saying that these are normal. It's normal, like maybe a normal disease. Even with the rabbit, I saw that they said that it's a disease that goes on, but it don't hurt the rabbit. How you know they don't hurt the rabbit? It look crazy. Josh in the chat says they look clone-like. The operation went wrong. Christopher says Ralph from the hood looking like a thug. Rudolph from the hood looking like that don't look like no thug. That don't look like no thug. That look like somebody, he had slept with. That looked like the deer had made it with the wrong deer. That's what it looked like. Like he got to go get, something to try to cure something. That's what it looked like. Damn. We got Security Mike on the line. How you doing, Security Mike?
How you doing, Tory? I just wanted to get this out to you. They far as the FEMA stuff.
Oh, the FEMA is Thursday.
Call because,
It's Thursday. Yeah, they supposed to be around.
Yeah, and then once they do all their assessment. But the thing is, they hoping Trump, since it's a lot of the other cities up here are red, so hopefully he'll release them funds.
Yeah.
But we got to make sure that we get that they don't try to play our community.
Hey.
See that's what it is. They might get the money and then just let a little trickle down to our community. So
and when the money hit our community, they got to disperse it. They got to disperse it amongst themselves first. You know how when they get Trump, that CARES Act, where that CARES Act money went.
Right.
All right.
Right, but they say it's all on Trump to release that. When he release that money, he's gonna release it to them red counties. But
Wisconsin was the state that put Trump over the top into the White House.
Over the top.
So he might release that money, but you better stop. You better get your name in there, right? You better.
That's right. They say do all what you got to do, and then once they hear about it, if Trump released that, as far as declaring this disaster, he got to declare a disaster first, and then they say he's gonna release that money because all them red cities.
Right.
See what I'm saying? But we can't get tricked out of ours. So have them people just keep calling FEMA 211 and all that. Then they say they got to watch out for people that's gonna try to play them. There's gonna be some scammers out here too.
Come on now.
Ask for them
every time it's a lump sum of money coming through, some folks gonna get their piece.
Type of people.
Some people gonna get their piece first before they even get it to them.
Right. But they saying if they come to your door saying they FEMA, make sure they show their badge. Make sure it's got a picture and their ID. Don't just take their word for it and then them asking for your bank information and that, don't give out none of that. Don't give out none of that.
All right, good tip. Hey, like I said, make sure that y'all answering the door, making sure that y'all registering, because Milwaukee is a blue. When, the Wisconsin, it went red, but Milwaukee was blue. So y'all definitely better be vigilant. Y'all better be on your P's and Q's. Because y'all spend 90% of y'all votes on the other side and y'all lost. So, hey, y'all got to get out here and really get vigilant and make sure that your voices is heard, making sure that you documenting, because he got a good point. And then make sure when the money do come, y'all keeping track, because folks take the money around here. They going to make sure that them and their buddies straight first before you even see a penny. And that ain't got nothing to do with Trump. That's a lot of money come through the city and nobody don't know where it went. That's all right. Look, when we come back, we got gas, Truth Nation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
Don't touch that dial. The Tory Lowe Show will be right back on 101.7 The Truth, The Truth app, and 101.7thetruth.com.
Day one, diagnosis day. The hardest day. The day you hear,
I'm sorry, this is a type of blood cancer.
But day one is just one day. At the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, we are here to help you move past day one.
On day 45, I discovered an online community who shared great tips for in-treatment care.
I missed a lot of school during treatment, and LLS helped me keep up.
We are here for you. We exist for everyone fighting leukemia, lymphoma, myeloma, and other types of blood cancer.
On day 185, LLS helped me file my insurance claims properly.
Day 5,840 and counting, and I'm still in remission.
To learn more and get help on day 1, day 2, day 983, or any day, please visit LLS.org or call 1-800-955-4572. That's LLS.org, 1-800-955-4572.
From the biggest stars to the greatest moments, Behind the Bucks is Bucks history like you've never heard it before. It's all on Behind the Bucks on the Bucks Plus audio network. Behind the Bucks is presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. Available now on bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, the new ESPN Wisconsin app, and wherever you get podcasts.
You hit the library hard and keep your eyes on the prize. Also, one day you can earn that bachelor's. Finishing what you start where you want, that's worth working for. And here is how you get there. Here at MATC, where smart programs prep you for next-level challenges. Earning your bachelor's can start right away, and graduation is just the beginning. Here's to an education that takes you farther. Here's how you get there. Here at matc.edu/get there.
It's 101.7 The Truth. Dr. Ken Harris for Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. It all started with a new invention in 1925, the roll screen. The ability to roll a window screen up and down like a shade. Pella invested in this breakthrough when the business was born in Pella, Iowa, and has introduced the world to innovation, game-changing decisions ever since. They've been at it for a century. When you want long-lasting comfort and reliability, it's easy to trust Pella. Every piece is specifically constructed for you and your home, and always designed with innovation and rigorously tested for quality and performance. The Pella team takes pride in constructing quality windows and doors with meticulous attention to every detail. Investing in new Pella windows and doors creates long-term energy savings and durability that lasts for years. There's no reason to wait, because if you order by August 31st, get 0% interest for up to 60 months. Certain restrictions apply. Yes, that's up to 5 years with no interest payments, so don't miss out. Visit PellaWI.com today.
When you're high, you feel different. Pretty obvious, right? You think different, talk different, but if you feel different, you drive different. So if you're high, just don't drive. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Happy kids heal faster, and that's why Starlight is dedicated to improving the mental well-being of sick kids across the U.S. Learn how at starlight.org.
Bike crash? Call Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
with 1955 and I'm on 85 doing 95 in
the studio. And I'm gonna tell you right now, these young people are being vocal about things that and concerns about the youth. Zoe, you spoke at the state of emergency event that we had with everybody gathering together, and you were speaking on behalf of the youth. You also are doing prayer, for the youth right now, which is very important. But you also are working to make sure that you vocalize what the youth need today. Mm-hmm. So I'm happy that you came on the show, because you are being vigilant.
Yes.
And expressing what the youth are up against and what do we need to do. And I'm happy that y'all came in. Mahogany, Zoe, how y'all doing?
I'm doing amazing. I'm happy to be here. I'm busy. Getting ready back to school, but I'm doing really good.
And back to school, what school are you attending?
I go to Golden Meyer High School. I'm about to be a senior.
Okay.
I start September 2nd.
Ah.
Yes.
And Mahogany, what are your plans coming up? What you got?
I just started MATC again. My major is gonna be education, and I'm thinking about getting my EMT license.
That's what's up. The EMT thing, they got that out there. That's powerful.
Okay.
All right. Y'all got to take advantage of these things that's out here. They got a lot of things going on. But you were speaking at the state of emergency about the youth, and I want to just get straight into it. Are the youth being heard? And are there being actions taken when y'all raise concerns about what y'all need?
I would say some people are definitely taking actions, but I also feel like the blame and the complaints about us are overriding that. Mm-hmm. A lot of times people just like talk, but it's not enough action. But I will definitely give credit to the people that do make the actions, but then those people need to have support to continue their work, to continue to know that there is hope for youth. So I would definitely say there is a good amount of people, but they need support from the people that are constantly just blaming and constantly just talking on social media behind comments or videos or anything like that.
And I'll tell you this, a lot of youth have been talking for years. We need resources. Yeah. Some people say, hey, MPS got resources. What are y'all specifically saying that y'all need? Places to do what? Places to gather. What would make the youth excited if we can pull it off?
Mm-hmm. I would say giving us a time to imagine what it can be, because often I feel like our brains are just oh yeah, we see this or we see that. Giving us time to imagine what it can be, giving us just exposing us to different things, whether that's different careers. I've been talking about mentors a lot, because I hear a lot of people saying, oh, I wish people were in this work field, or I wish people were in this work field. I'm like, well, come mentor us and tell us about what those work fields are. Come expose us some hands-on things. We love hands-on things. We love incentives. We love giveaways. We love money. We love all of that. So giving us a time to gather. We love food too. So if you got some food, we're going to pull up. So I would just say, seeing those adult role models and what we want to do, whether that's just by them listening to us, whether that's about them talking about their career and what we can do in their career, I would say those things will bring us together. Yes, exposure is a huge thing, because I continually say this. There's a loss of hope for what we can do. There is a loss of hope, and if we're getting exposed to what we can do, imagining what we can do, that would make a big difference.
Now, there's a phrase out here, the YN phrase. Mm-hmm. How do y'all feel about that? And how did this come about when it comes to the young people? Like, they're kind of tagging a negative idea to the youth, and particularly the black youth.
Yeah. And it's just crazy to me because I feel like I hear YN more than I hear child of God.
Oh, wow.
Like, you see a black man with a Nike Tech and you say YN, but you don't say, look, that child of God right there. Let's pray for him. But you say he's a YN because of his Nike Tech and a ski mask. You're not praying enough and you're judging. Like, that's not okay.
And you see this when it comes to the youth, that they're creating this fear like the youth are out of control.
Right? And it's scary. Like, why us?
Yeah.
What are y'all seeing out here?
I see, once again, I'll bring it back to a loss of hope. Like, I feel like people are doing certain things because they don't see what they can do. They're doing all the negative things because people aren't exposed. Yes, right? People aren't exposing them to what they can do. Once again, if we see those adult mentors not just sitting there and blaming us, not just sitting there labeling us like, oh, you're wild, oh, you're this, but using your power of your tongue to speak those things. You're a child of God.
Life.
We would see, we would get to see those things, and we will want to be positive instead of being negative. How they're labeling us.
And some people don't even know there's opportunities to even find God. Let's talk about God. Let's fellowship together and have fun. They're only used to the wild things. We're not, like, some people aren't even introduced to these things. Some people don't have the privilege that we have.
Right.
Like, we got introduced to study Bible groups. We got introduced to all that. Let's fellowship and have fun. Some people don't have that chance. Some people, all they know is stealing cars. Let's go dance on tables.
Yeah, that's how they know to have fun.
Right. They don't have any other
outlets.
Yeah.
So, what church do y'all go to? How did y'all get involved? How did y'all get involved? What church y'all go to?
I would start back from my childhood. I went to Parkline Assembly of God, it's now known as Embassy, and now I go to Evolve Church. I would just say, not even just like being in the church, but having my mom, her relationship with God, seeing that, to like her pouring into me and seeing how that has shaped her and her character is like, oh, I want that. Like, oh, I need that to be better. Oh, I need that in my everyday life. I need God in my everyday life. So I would just say church has also been a big thing, but like having that reflection and time with God has built my relationship with him.
Right. And I agree with that too. Like, I grew up everyone praising God. As a child, we always made sure that we're praying before we eat. We pray before we sleep. We all gathered together before we went to sleep and said, Our Father, okay?
Yeah.
Who art in heaven. And then, like, just seeing my big cousins, my mom, my dad, my grandma, just everyone's relationship with God growing and they're prospering. Like, I could see God through them. Like, it's a joy that is, like, uncomparable. Like, you cannot compare to that. So I was like, okay, I want this. And I got introduced to Evolve when we were back at Vincent High School, and I never stopped going. I loved it.
Well, like I said, Evolve just was on the news with the going to Water Street in the bar, having service on Water Street. And I was a big person of, you can go anywhere because nothing doesn't dictate. You dictate what you're going to do no matter where you at. And when you have the peace of mind inside of you, you can go anywhere because nobody's going to even make you do something that you don't want to do.
Right.
And I'll tell you this, I like to see people moving around as well.
Yep.
So
out of the four walls.
Right. Yes. Yeah, of course.
Because Jesus wasn't always in the four walls.
Okay.
I was just talking to my friend about that.
Hey, I'm happy that that's getting out more. You know, that people they getting outside.
Okay.
And I like that. I like that about Evolve, that they're getting outside, they're getting amongst the people, and they're showing that there's no limits to where the spirit could actually be.
No limits.
To go off that, one thing Pastor Ken said while we were there, he said we can meet them where they're at, but don't stoop to their level.
That's
we're coming
facts.
to pray over the environment where you come to drink and smoke, but we're coming to pray over this. We're not going to stoop to your level and do what you do, but we'll meet you where you're at. We'll come to the place you like to party, and we'll change it to a different environment.
Heavy on to meet us where we're at, because that's another thing that I've been saying. Like, people are like, oh, we need youth here, we need youth this and this and that. Everybody doesn't have a car. You know, all of us don't have a car. Come in our schools where we're at every day for hours.
Right.
I say this all the time, once again, about the mentoring. My school would love for y'all to come in the lunchroom. We would come and sit and talk to y'all in the lunchroom. Come meet us where we are.
So you said there's a lack of activity amongst the youth, of positive people coming to engage and exposing the youth to different ideas, different conversations of different careers. Many times they say, hey, the youth don't want to work. But I believe that they're, like you said, they're not being exposed.
Right.
And they're just being labeled.
Yep. I was at this event for Bronzeville, and they were talking about real estate. And then somebody was talking about, well, then we need workers to do the snow plowing at the real estate. We need somebody to cut grass at the real estate. Like, exposing those different things, exposing those career paths. Yes, it's not all about real estate. It's about, who's going to cut the grass, who's going to do the snow. Like, people have passions for that, but it's just about unlocking that passion, and that comes to exposure. That comes to hands-on things.
And yes, I agree with that. I feel like we need more exposures. People don't find that cool anymore because they're not seeing the grown men in our lives do those type of things. What do they see? Selling drugs, doing other things. That's what they find cool because that's what we see. They don't feel like they can have those jobs. That's lame. No, that's not lame. If you have a passion for something and God has that in his will for you, then go do it.
Yeah, and it's definitely like people out here doing that. That's why, once again, like, those people have to be exposed and come meet us where we are, because it is people doing those things. Like I said in the Bronzeville thing, I had to speak up because I'm like, on behalf of the youth, I feel like I have to speak up because I see you guys being positive role models, but I need you guys to now meet us where we are, because I'm often in these rooms a lot, and I'm like, I wish I could bring all these other people, but once again, I can't mobilize people on my own. So I would just say, once again, meeting us where we are.
Okay.
Powerful. Hey, look, when we come back, I want y'all to explain, how can somebody who wants to work with the youth, because they may feel like they so far out of touch, how can they engage? What is the best way for them to meet y'all? Where should they meet y'all?
Yes.
Where y'all at? How can in the schools? Do they meet y'all in the schools? Do they meet y'all through maybe going and coming in the front rooms of the house? How do y'all want these people to engage with y'all? That would make sense, because a lot of people, that they think that the kids don't even listen. They don't even want to listen. But we're going to talk about that when we get back. We got Zoe, we got Mahogany in the studio, young students that's out here being vocal about the youth and the conditions of today and how we can move forward. Truth Nation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
More of the Tory Lowe Show is next on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Escape the city and relax at Lake Lawn Resort in beautiful Delavan, Wisconsin. Enjoy outdoor activities on Delavan Lake. Tee off at the lakeside Majestic Oaks Golf Course, or unwind at the award-winning Calidora Spa. With both indoor and outdoor pools, there's fun for the whole family. Take a cruise on the Lake Lawn Queen. Explore stunning shores and historic landmarks, and enjoy delicious food and drinks on board. Book your stay today at lakelawnresort.com, where everything is better at the lake.
We are the American Cancer Society, making strides against breast cancer. We are nearly 1 million strong and growing stronger every day. Join us on Saturday, October 11th at 8 a.m. at Summerfest Southgate as we come together for the Making Strides of Milwaukee Walk. Whether you walk for a survivor, in memory of a loved one, or to support the American Cancer Society, you bring us closer to a future free from breast cancer. Are you ready to join the #1 breast cancer movement in the country right here in Milwaukee? Sign up for free today at makingstrideswalk.milwaukeewi.org.
This is your Versity Blood Center of Wisconsin Community Impact Moment on 1017 The Truth.
And what are some of the ways that you're inspiring people? Because, one of the biggest opportunities, in particular in the African-American community, is access, exposure, and awareness.
For Versity Blood Center of Wisconsin, we've been here 76 years.
Wow.
And our mantra is saving the lives you love. So if someone you love needs a blood transfusion and they're in any hospital in Southeast Wisconsin here, that blood's coming from us. And so we're trying to make sure that we're communicating that, because I think folks maybe don't understand that blood can't be manufactured. And summers are always tough because schools are out and we collect about 20 to 25% of our blood from schools. So it's always a day-to-day struggle. We say that the blood that's on the shelves is the blood that saves lives. And a lot of times people are compelled to donate when something bad happens. And our mission and our job is to educate folks so that we can get ahead of the curve and keep 3 days of inventory on the shelves. So we're in a decent spot right now, but we're on the streets every day trying to inspire people to join our mission. One of our big projects that we're proud of is Versity on King, which is part of the Thrive On collaboration in the Gimbel Schuster building on Martin Luther King Drive. And next year, we're going to open a destination center there. It'll be a blood donation center, but it'll be more than that, because we've realized that we can't be transactional with our relationships in the Black community. We need to do things that are intentional and that show that we're there to stay. But the reason that we're there is because not enough people that look like us donate. And so for disorders like sickle cell disease that disproportionately affect us, the race can matter. But I like to say that, Black folks have a superpower in their blood. 44% of Black blood donors will have this rare trait that makes their blood more likely to be able to be a match for a sickle cell patient. And that 44%, like that is way higher than what we would find in other races.
To make an impact by donating blood in your community, visit versity.org today.
Sports Update on 101.7 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Brandon Snide. Milwaukee Brewers dropped their third straight game on Wednesday evening to the Chicago Cubs at Wrigley Field. This one by a final score of 4-3. General Manager Matt Arnold joining WTMJ this morning discussing how this team is starting to fight through adversity.
We just have to keep that mentality, stay strong. You know, we're going to go through adversity. Nobody thought we were going to go undefeated, even though I know we won 14 games in a row. But we know that this team is very talented, and Murph just reinforced that point.
The Brewers will wrap up the road trip in Chicago this afternoon and return home to open a 3-game series against the Giants on Friday evening. And lastly, we'll head over to the NFL, where the Green Bay Packers welcomed in the Seattle Seahawks for a joint practice. The two teams will face off in the NFL preseason finale on Saturday at Lambeau Field. That kickoff is set for 3 o'clock. This sports update brought to you by Associated Bank, proudly supporting your hometown teams. Member FDIC.
You are listening to the Tory Lowe Show on 101.7 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Working me, she working me, urging me, it be urging me. Chill it up, the top of cold, the curtain, please. I decided to go up like Major League. She just popped the shit like Pokemon.
101.7 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. DJ Brother Z on the ones and twos. We got the young peoples in the studio. We got Zoe Chambers. We got Mahogany Ivory in the studio. Look, let me tell you something. These young people, they know what they need now. They telling you, are we listening? Are we listening? We got a poll going on in the chat. Are the adults doing enough right now to help today's youth? We got a poll in the chat. If they're older people that want to engage with the youth, because sometimes they be like, well, you know, they'll see a bunch of youth on the corner and they'll be like, look at them. Look at those young people. I hope, you know, they don't have a positive look at that sometimes. I always say, go up there and talk to them. You know, they don't. A lot of people want the youth to come to them. Mm-hmm. But as an adult, I feel like we could just go talk to them. You know, a lot of people feel like they can't approach the youth right now. But you're saying that they have to meet y'all where y'all at. How can that happen? How can they make that connection?
I feel like instead of judging, I feel like a lot of people judge instead of humbling themselves and coming to us. We're not going to come to you. We don't feel like we have a safe space to come to the adults. We need, like you said, meet us where we are. Come talk to us. Humble yourselves. Give us advice. Reach out to us. Keep checking on us. Ask us, do we need prayer? Youth events. Like Zoe hosted the Youth Prayer Over Youth event. Things like that. Kickball games. Let's fellowship together and praise God while doing that.
I would say to the simple conversations, just saying a hi or a hello or how are you doing can go a long way. Like my mom asked me how am I doing every day, but a lot of people don't get that, and if they get asked that, they're like, oh, they care. How is my day? That could change the trajectory of the whole rest of their day. But I will also say that comes to adults tapping into what they're passionate about, sharing what they're passionate about to other youth. Once again, exposure will expose us and give us hope to different things. Whether that's, like I said, if you're an extrovert, okay, go and talk to people. If you're not an extrovert, if you like art, then possibly paint a mural about what hope can look like for the city of Milwaukee. If you're a poet, make poetry, share that on social media, share that positivity. Whether you are a cook, like I said, if you're a cook, come cook for a youth event. It's ways to tap into your passion to give back to the youth. It doesn't always have to be in one way. If you got some money, give to youth orgs. Okay. Right. It's as simple as that, tapping into your different passions so you can give back to us. It doesn't always have to be in one way. You don't have to overthink it, because somebody brought to my attention, a lot of people are scared to talk to youth. Okay, then figure out how you're passionate, how you can give back in one way or the other.
Right. And I think that many times, like you brought up social media, I always said that when we was coming up, peer pressure ended once you walked in the house. Like you didn't have to deal with it no more. Now if you got these phones, they online making posts about you and you looking at that and all that negativity starting to spread. How are y'all dealing with the technology and peer pressure? How is that affecting the youth?
I turn to God first before anything. If I'm being quite honest, what other people say doesn't matter.
Right.
I go to my Father. So just like Jesus, he only did what the Father does. He only says what the Father says. So I turn to God before anybody. So your opinion doesn't really matter to me. And I feel like a lot of people need breaks from social media. I take fast from social media. We don't always need to be glued on our phones, texting, trying to keep up with the trends. No. How about you read the Bible? Let's fellowship together. Let's have Bible study. Let's do something fun together while worshiping God. Like, yeah.
I would say, how am I dealing with it? I would say it comes with confidence in yourself, too. Not a lot of people have confidence to be like, oh, yeah, I'm not going to care what other people say. A lot of people are
gotta have thick skin.
Yeah, a lot of people, like, try to shape what other people say, shape themselves based on what other people say. So I would just say about that to like become confident in yourself. That's a really big thing. But also, I know people hear this a lot. It depends on like who you're around too. Like my friends,
the company you keep.
The company you keep is like really big. And a way that I've like really like gained like a circle group of my friends, like what we're all passionate about. Are we passionate about the same things? Are we doing positive things? Are we wanting to be better? Are we having goals and stuff? So like seeing what your purpose is and like seeing other people that aligns with that, I feel like that's been a really big thing to like constantly encourage ourselves not to be in that negative things, to keep our head on strong.
And yes, I feel like that comes with discipline. Like you have to have discipline to do that because what did he say? Bad company corrupts good character. So everyone is not involved in the negativity. It's people like, just like me and Zoe, we're friends. You can find people like yourself that who love God, who want to worship God, and not peer pressure you into doing things that are unlike God. It's people out here. You just have to find them and pray that God sends you the right friends.
I would even say that too, because I was talking to my friend about something. She was like, I just want to be better. She was just telling me a whole bunch of different things. She was like, but my friend is just like, I feel like she's kind of like pulling me away. And I was like, okay, well, I was giving her advice about doing devotions and stuff. But I was like, okay, invite that friend to do devotions with you. Like, I wouldn't say necessarily like just cut it off, because cutting off friends is not that easy. Easier said than done. I was like, okay, invite them to start doing devotions with you. Once again, exposure. The Bible exposes us to many different things. Doing those different devotions exposes us to many different things. You don't know. You can't do what you don't know. So I was telling her like, yeah, inviting your friend to like what you guys can do, positivity, which is reading the word.
Right. You have to keep God at the center of everything.
So you're saying what I'm hearing is that you have to have a moral foundation.
Yeah.
And a lot of people, if they don't build that moral foundation, they'll fall into the traps that are out here for a lot of the youth.
Yeah.
You got to keep God at the center at all times.
Yeah, and I will also say, because I'm trying to like dig back, because once again, it's so much easier said than done, and not a lot of people. It's very hard work to do. It's
definitely.
It's not simple, and I feel like it also, one simple way you could do is like reflection, like who am I? Or what do I want to be? Simple things like that. Once again, like when you're strong in yourself, other things will attract. Other things will definitely attract. So I would say, once again, advice to young people is like being better in yourself. Being better in yourself, not trying to go look for those friends. Those friends are going to come to you. That's what God had to tell me for a long time. Like, those friends will come to you. Don't try to go out looking for those friends. Those friends will come to you once you are strong in yourself. Once you're doing things that you're passionate with, other people will come along that are passionate as well.
For the youth that are listening to this show right now, because I got a lot of young people that they about that action. They out here, they doing cleanups. They out here trying to say, hey, look, we have a voice. We can be about that action. To all of the young people that's listening to this show right now, what do y'all want to say to them?
Keep faith. Keep a strong faith. And a lot of people don't know the reassurance is in the Bible. Like, he says we're beautiful and we're wonderfully made. Like, a lot of reassurance in the Bible, and we're looking for it in other people, and that's how we get off track. So, yeah, just remain strong in your faith. Go to your friends for prayer. You can reach out. And even if you don't have friends, hey, You can find me and Zoe on social media. Hey, reach out to us. We can pray for you. You can fellowship along with us. We can do Bible studies together. You know, it can be fun.
I would say, yeah, that's a big thing. Being confident in yourself. Like, knowing what you're passionate about, once again, that will attract a lot of different things. You'll know the people that you want to talk to. You'll be confident in speaking for yourself about what you do want. I would just say that's a big thing. Yeah. That's all in God, like that reassurance of like that you are confident, that you are fearfully and wonderfully made, that you do have authority in your voice. All of that comes in the Bible. Having that foundation is very important.
Hey, look, I'm happy that y'all came through. We got to have that conversation with the young people because y'all are living in times where there's so much going on, so many different distractions out here when it comes to the youth. You know, a lot of the music now. Crash Out, Turn Up, you know, Sexy Red, all of these things, Glorilla, things like that. How do y'all stay focused on a day-to-day basis? How do y'all avoid the distractions? And how do y'all stay focused on y'all goal?
It took me a while, but God will take you through a pruning season. He'll have to shed things out of your life so you can become focused. Like starting in 2024, he started like shedding things off of me, shedding secular music. I haven't listened to secular music since last year. He was just shedding. Like you have to go through a pruning season to get to where God wants you. So if social media is a distraction, delete that social media. If secular music, well, we have to protect our ear gates at all times. So cut out that secular music.
Ear gates.
Okay, yes. Because what you let in.
I like the ear gates. Explain that. What is the ear gate?
God says protect your ear gates and your eye gates. So if you listen to secular music, that's what your life is going to be about. You're going to be influenced by that. If you're watching the little secular videos, you're going to want to do that. So you have to protect what you see, or that'll become in your mind, then it transfers to your heart, and then it'll become action. So, yeah, just protect your eye gates and ear gates. Yeah, and go through that pruning season. It's okay. It may be hard, but it's necessary.
I like that. Your ear gates, protect your ear gates, protect your eye gates.
Yeah. I would definitely say it's not easy. So I would start off with first saying, like, give yourself grace. Right. And once again, it just goes along with everybody has a purpose in this world. I'm going to say that again. Everybody has a purpose in this world. Tap into your passion. Tap into what you're passionate about because, once again, not everything will fall in line, but everything will, like, I feel like you'll see like clear about like what you want in your life, what you want for yourself, how to be disciplined around those different things. So I would just say figuring out what you're passionate about. What do you love to do? What is something I'm just trying to think about like what have people said to me to figure out like what my passion is like. What is something that makes you mad that you want to change? Like, what is something that you can't stand to see that you just want to make a change around? So I would say those things.
Hey, well, look. You got the prayer, and I definitely, before y'all get out of here, the youth need prayer, the city needs prayer. You big on praying. Yeah. So you had an event where you wanted to pray for the youth, for the city, you know what I mean? And a lot of people, you know, when we talk about coming together, I do a Monday prayer on this show with the Miracle Minister Kevin every Monday before first show of the week, I get the prayer going. You know, it's a way to get us on one accord. And I appreciate you for having that in you to say, hey, look, I want to get out here. I want to pray for the young people. I want to get us on one accord so we can move forward with the right mind frame to approach the obstacles that we face every day. So when we come back, I want to have that prayer. I want you to do that for us right here. Truth Nation, I need the young people. If y'all got young people, I need y'all to gather them around where y'all receiving the show today because we got young, prayerful young people in the studio, and we're going to have a youth prayer right here on the Tory Lowe Show.
I'm excited.
Truth Nation, stay locked in.
Don't touch that dial. The Tory Lowe Show will be right back on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. Need a way to hype up your day?
Hey, is this Carolyn?
It is.
Congratulations, Carolyn. You just won this.
Congratulations. Woo!
God is good all the time.
What would you do with $5,000?
I'm going to buy my nieces some school clothes because my nephew just passed away. So I'm going to get them some clothes.
Stay tuned into 1017 The Truth for your chance to be entered into the Gruber Law Office's 5K giveaway. For contest rules, visit 1017thetruth.com.
It's 1017 The Truth. Dr. Ken Harris for Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. It all started with a new invention in 1925, the roll screen. The ability to roll a window screen up and down like a shade. Pella invested in this breakthrough when the business was born in Pella, Iowa, and has introduced the world to innovation, game-changing decisions ever since. They've been at it for a century. When you want long-lasting comfort and reliability, it's easy to trust Pella. Every piece is specifically constructed for you and your home, and always designed with innovation and rigorously tested for quality and performance. The Pella team takes pride in constructing quality windows and doors with meticulous attention to every detail. Investing in new Pella windows and doors creates long-term energy savings and durability that lasts for years. There's no reason to wait, because if you order by August 31st, get 0% interest for up to 60 months. Certain restrictions apply. Yes, that's up to 5 years with no interest payments, so don't miss out. Visit PellaWI.com today.
I've always been taught, save a little now so you can live a lot later. That lesson stuck with me. Now with U.S. Bank Smartly Checking and Savings and their digital tools, I can track everything from my daily spending to planning my dream vacation. It's not just about saving. It's about honoring where you came from and carving out new traditions, one goal at a time, with a little help from U.S. Bank. Building a future together. That's the power of us. Visit usbank.com/powerofus to learn more. Member FDIC.
Ride the wave to clean at Tsunami Express Car Wash, Milwaukee's fan favorite for a winning shine. Become a monthly member and enjoy unlimited washes for less than $1 per day. Plus, skip the wait in the fast lane and enjoy unbeatable amenities like free vacuums and tire air. Visit any of their convenient locations in Midtown Milwaukee, Waukesha, Greenfield, Oak Creek, and Mount Pleasant. Tsunami Express Car Wash. Wash, chill, repeat. Learn more at tsunamiexpress.com.
Are you scrolling through life instead of living it? With US Cellular's US Mode, it's easier than ever to block out distractions and focus on what truly matters, making genuine connections. And now, through the 10K Life in US Mode sweepstakes, you could win $10,000 to reconnect with what's most important. Imagine the joy of creating lifelong memories with loved ones on a once-in-a-lifetime journey. Don't miss out. Enter now at giveaway.uscellular.com. No purchase necessary. Sweepstakes runs now till August 31st, 2025. See official rules online. Switch to US Mode and live more.
More of the Tory Lowe Show is next on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Thank you for sunshine. Thank you for rain. Thank you for joy. Thank you for pain. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day.
Thank you for rain. Thank you for joy. Thank you for pain. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day.
Prince, Lord, I wanna thank you for this blessing. Give thanks to my family, they're the reason that I ain't been stressing.
It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day.
101.7 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. DJ Brother Z on the ones and twos. We got the youth in studio. We got Zoe Chambers, Mahogany Ivory in studio. Look, these two young people have been inspiring me today. Inspiring the youth that's out there listening to the show today. Look, let me tell you something. You know, once you tap into your purpose, once you can turn into your true being inside yourself and connect, it could get powerful. It could get powerful.
Yes.
Now, Zoe, you did a prayer. Why did you want to do a prayer for the city, the young people? What started that?
So my mom had just came back from a prayer event because a 4-year-old in her district where she worked was killed. And she came home and she told me about it, just how powerful it was. And then later that night, I was scrolling through Instagram. Then I saw the 7-year-old abducted. And I'm like, oh, my gosh, there's a lot going on. And God just spoke to me. He was like, you need to have an event where youth pray over youth. Mm-hmm. Simple as that. he got to downloading everything, such as the topics, the formation of how it should be. Check that out, of how it looks. I could share my social media after. But, yeah, just about how the youth praying needs to be in the middle. The youth on the outside needs to be all touching and agreeing, how the adults need to be on the outside, interceding on our behalf also through prayer. So he just got to downloading everything. I just got to typing it all out. And boom, it was just like that. Not even 2 weeks later, I'm 2024 Miss Juneteenth, so I connected with
Okay.
I connected with my connections, Northcott Neighborhood House, Mr. Tony Kearney. He what is it called? He printed like 500 flyers for me. We handed out flyers at different churches and all of that. So everything that God told me needed to happen, it happened because he was working through me all through his strength, downloading everything. So that's how it happened.
Well, look, Truth Nation, I need y'all to gather, because we got the young people in the studio and they want to lead the prayer for the young people. So many things going on, so many different distractions that's out here. But the prayer to get us on one accord, I definitely believe in that. Miracle Minister Kevin in the chat, I love listening to this young lady. Such an inspiration. He does the Monday prayer right here on the Tory Lowe Show faithfully. Even after he was struck down by violence in the city, once he got well, he came back and continued to do that Monday prayer. But we got the prayer for the youth, Zoe, Mahogany, I'm going to let y'all come in y'all own way. Y'all already know.
Okay.
So it's on y'all. How y'all want to do it?
I have something written, so if you want to go.
Okay, I'll go first. Yeah. Wait, you go first or I go first? Okay. All right. Let's bow our heads and close our eyes. Dear Heavenly Father, I just want to thank you for this day. Thank you for this interaction. Thank you for bringing us to this radio station and spreading your love and your word, God. I just want to ask that you just bless everyone under the sound of my voice and everyone connected to them, Lord. I ask that you just turn them to you, Lord, that you call them by name to come to you, Lord, that they come to you instead of the world. When they need help with something, they come to you, God. So I ask that you continue to guide them and love them ever so clearly, God. Reassure them with your word because your Bible has it all. God, reassure them with their confidence, God. Reassure them what their purpose is because without living inside your purpose, God, your will for us, we are purposeless. So, God, I just ask you to show us what our purposes are and just show us where you are trying to lead us in life, God. So I just want to thank you and I praise you for all you are doing for all of us, God. Continue to just rain your protection all over us, God. In Jesus' name, amen.
Hey.
Amen.
All right, we got another. Hey, look, let me tell you something. This is all the teens out there, I need y'all to lock in. All the parents, I need y'all to lock in. We need that prayer. We need that motivation to get out here and create an environment for our youth. And they're talking. Mm-hmm. They're telling you. Zoe?
Everybody bow their heads and close their eyes that can. If you're driving, don't do that. Right. Dear Jesus, I just thank you for this opportunity to pray over everyone listening. Thank you, Jesus, for waking me up this morning and giving me the activity of my limbs. Thank you, Jesus, for being king over heavens and earth. Thank you, Jesus, for giving me the words to speak and say and giving me authority in my voice. Thank you, Jesus, for living inside of all of us. Forgive us of our sins, that is anything that is not like you. Thank you, Jesus, for allowing whoever is listening to be blessed. We worship you in the heartache and we demand victory. I ask that you not only cover who is listening right now, but cover our city. Bring an arm of protection around us. We are crying out to you because we know that you are a good father, and we know when we cry out, you have to respond. So I thank you, Jesus, for being a good father. I pray that you would give us the boldness to pray on our behalf and intercede on others' behalf. Help us to speak life and not death. Help us to give you glory despite when we do not feel like it. I pray that anyone who is carrying baggage right now, I pray that it be released right now in the name of Jesus. I pray against any evil spirits or attacks the devil thought could prosper inside of us. Give us the strength to cast every care and worry on you, Jesus. Help us to lean on scripture during these hard times and not what social media says. Help us to feel whole. Let us trust the plans you have for us and help us to understand that your word does not come back void. Thank you for always being faithful. Help everyone to be confident in you and who you have made them to be. Allow everyone to walk in love, joy, peace, patience, goodness, and meekness, and self-control. And we give you all the glory and honor and praise that is due your name. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Hey, look, that's powerful.
Okay.
That's powerful. Hey, look, how can people keep up with y'all? Do y'all have any, make sure that y'all don't be distracted by the DMs now, but, anything that they can keep up with y'all? Do y'all have anything coming up?
I don't know, if you just, not to like brag, but if you just type Zoe Chambers Milwaukee in Google, you can find my LinkedIn. I don't know if you could find my Instagram, so I'll say my Instagram. It's uniquely with 2 Y's _ Zoe, Zoeee, so 3 E's. So that's my Instagram. Like I said, you could type in my name. My name is Zoe Chambers, not a Zoe with a Y.
Okay.
All right.
And I'm on a fast social media, but I'll be back soon when God calls me to. So you can find me on Instagram at sanctified_mahogany. And mahogany is MAHOGANY. You can always reach out to us for prayer, fellowship, anything.
That's powerful. That's powerful. Look, let me tell y'all something. I appreciate it, y'all, for coming on this show, because I'll tell you this, a lot of young people, they tap into this show, and a lot of young people have to make decisions on a day-to-day basis. Do I want to stay stay focused or be distracted? And many times, a lot of people have to make that as a personal choice. It's up to them to decide, but it's always better to stay focused to get to the goal, to get to the purpose, to get to the mission of your life. And you two being in this studio today are great examples of what it looked like to try to stay focused, stay grounded. I think that's powerful.
Yes, I would just say that to stay motivated, whoever is listening, because once again, you sometimes don't hear these things like every day. So stay motivated, stay focused. Like, you got this. If nobody told you, you got this.
Okay.
Like, I'm telling you, listen to me. You got this. I believe in you. Whatever, like I said, whatever God has for you, yeah.
And don't forget, He blessed us with authority in our voice. So speak life into others. Speak over situations, because you have the power to. God blessed us with the power to move mountains. Yeah. So hey, you have it. If you want to speak over it, speak over it. You have the power to. God is anointing you. You have the power to. Okay?
I would even say that too. That's another reason why I did the Youth Prayer for Youth event, because a lot of people always feel like we need adults praying over us, pastors praying over us. We can pray over ourselves.
We're never too young.
We could pray over ourselves, and that's another reason I just wanted to motivate people that you can pray over yourself. You don't have to sound like me. You don't have to sound like Mahogany. Have a simple conversation with God. It's like having a simple conversation with your friend. He wants to hear from you.
Yes.
Powerful.
God is your friend.
Somebody says, very powerful listening to the young ladies today. Do I see in the future a youth prayer to take us into the weekend? Minister Kevin starts the week off with prayer. The youth takes us into the weekend with prayer.
Hey.
Okay.
All right. Well, I thank you for coming through.
Thank you for having us.
Right. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Hey, look, when we come back, Truth Nation, we'll have more conversations. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
Truth Nation, please join us at our 3rd annual Truth Family Fest on Saturday, August 23rd from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. at Riverside University High School. Admission to Truth Family Fest is absolutely free and a great place to have fun and celebrate with family and friends while also enjoying some great music and amazing food. Also, everyone in attendance will have a chance to win some great prizes, including backpacks for the kids, so make sure to save the date for our 3rd annual Truth Family Fest on Saturday, August 23rd from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. at Riverside University High School. Truth Family Fest is presented by Crash Course Driver Education Center and U.S. Cellular. Also sponsored by Landmark Credit Union, Milwaukee Public Schools, U.S. Bank, Gruber Law Offices, Big Frog, Milwaukee Area Technical College, Educators Credit Union, and Riverside University High School. Truth Family Fest on Saturday, August 23rd from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. at Riverside University High School.
Ready to buy your first house, move into your forever home, or simply refinance? At Associated Bank, they've got you. With the right lending plan and guidance, you can achieve your dreams. Your financial goals are closer than you think, and Associated Bank is excited to help you reach them. Learn more at associatedbank.com/lending or ask a banker for details. Subject to credit approval, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Breaking news, weather, entertainment, and sports. We have it all here. This is 101.7 FM, 1510 AM WGKB Waukesha and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station. This is your 101.7 The Truth News Update.
Hello, everyone. This is Rhea Riley with your news update. Convincing parents to make sure their kids make it to school on time. Milwaukee Public Schools Superintendent Dr. Brenda Casilia says this.
We provide the kind of supports that families depend on. You know, we feed our children, we provide loving and care for our children, and we provide them a good education. And so if you're not there, you can't get those things. And we want to make sure that our kiddos have a well-rounded education, and they also have great opportunities to be supported and their family to be supported in school too.
Dr. Casilia says last year 50% of MPS students were absent from classes. She says going door to door and talking with parents at their homes may help with student retention. The trial for an Illinois man accused of killing a UW Whitewater gymnast has been delayed until next summer. 23-year-old Chad Richards will now go on trial in June 2026. Richards is charged with first-degree intentional homicide in the shooting death of Kara Welsh. Prosecutors say Richards shot Welsh 8 times during an argument last August. The two were in a relationship at the time. Richards claims he fired in self-defense. A Walworth County Court Commissioner says he was forced out of his position after he asked to see an immigration arrest warrant from a sheriff's deputy trying to take a man into custody. The Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel reports Peter Navis claims he resigned after he was told he could voluntarily leave or be fired over the July 15th incident in his courtroom. The county is accepting applications for a new court commissioner and hopes to have a new person hired in early fall. This has been your news update. The Tory Lowe Show continues on the new 101.7 The Truth.
Justice Wisconsin, the truth. The most requested advocate in the state. 101.7 FM. The movement continues. Yeah. Milwaukee, stand up. It's Tory Lowe, the truth. From 1 to 4. We about that action, so tap in and let's go. We want that justice. We want all the smoke. From Monday through Friday, trying to bring the city hope. Yeah. Tory Lowe from 1 to 4, Monday through Friday, let's go. We bout that action from the block, and we ready, let's go. Tap in, and it ain't no holding back. We ready.
101.7 The Truth. Tory Lowe. Tory Lowe Show live from American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue. The movement continues. The marathon continues right here on 101.7 The Truth. Thank you for joining me for the third hour of the Tory Lowe Show. And we got our brother Justin Blake on the lines, the relative of Jacob Blake. How you doing, Justin Blake?
Assalamu alaikum. What's up, dear brothers? Y'all in Milwaukee, y'all got to listen to Truth Radio because that's where it's going down, man. I'm doing 1,000% great. We were in Milwaukee yesterday. And I just want to send a shout out to all our activists in Milwaukee that showered us with love. We're drawing people out August 31st. Down in Kenosha is our 5th annual block party where the Blake family takes over the block where little Jake was shot at. We got free horseback riding, a petting zoo, all the things, the bouncy houses, free food, backpack giveaway. On the other side, we got reggae music, $200 prize for the best car and best motorbike. And I'm telling you, I bumped into Sudan Smith at 2714 North MLK at his shop. Go by there and support that brother. Gummy bears and everything y'all do that young people love. Bumped into Sister Brooks with MKE doing great work out there with Ron Mays. I was just blessed to keep bumping into people yesterday and be able to reciprocate and say thank you for all their support. And hopefully they'll be able to come out and support us on the 31st down in Kenosha.
How is Jacob Blake?
It's rough, bro. He's in a lot of pain every day. His thing that he really is living for through all this pain is to see his kids progress and to grow up. Other than that, it's very difficult, brother. 7 bullets to the back changed his life. Right. And so, as a father, we know that, bro, I'm just here for my son to see him do well.
Like I said,
so he's very much locked in that mode.
Like I said, a lot of things happened in 2020, and now it's 5 years later, and the movement continues. What does the movement look like on your side of the fence, Justin?
Well, I still bounce around the country and speak here, there, and everywhere. We got a bus coming in from Louisville with Breonna Taylor's family and activists from Louisville that wanted to participate. We got a bus coming from Minnesota from a couple of people that used to participate down there with the Floyd family. Chairman Fred Hampton Jr. is coming out of Chicago. When you see our Caucasian brothers and sisters getting their homes entered into by police like they used to do Breonna Taylor's family, you see other people getting abused by the police, whether it's ICE or the police themselves. It's because we didn't stop it when it was in the African-American community. It's like drugs. They let it go on and fester in the African-American community till it spilled over to other communities. Well, now it's in every community where the sheriff comes in or ICE comes in, abuses their authority. And so we can't have it in our community or any other community. We must continue to stand up.
All right. Well, any more information about the event coming up? And what can people find online for more information?
So online, you can go to my company, which is the Black Underground Recycling, and it'll show you the 5th annual block party. We have a car caravan leaving out of Milwaukee the 31st at 11 o'clock in front of 2714 MLK with his Sudan Smith's place over there with his beautiful shop. And Becca's right next to his. She has a beautiful little boutique. The cars, and we got an RV that'll be out there and other big vehicles that'll be out there. They're leaving at about 11:30, pulling out, coming towards Kenosha to kick it off at 12 o'clock. And so please, y'all, come out and celebrate with the Blake family. Next week, I'm going to stop to the studio and bring y'all some jerk taco man from Chicago because we're going to do food this year. So I'm coming live to the studio to bring y'all some jerk taco man out of Chicago.
Out of Chicago?
Yes, sir.
Okay. That sounds
we love Milwaukee, and we couldn't have done what we did, holding over 200 events in a couple of years period without the support of our brothers and sisters in Milwaukee.
Well, look, I thank you for calling in, Justin Blake, letting the community know for the 5th annual celebration or active justice celebration for justice that's coming up in Kenosha. That's sounding powerful.
Yes, sir. Love you, brother. RBG, free them all.
All right. I'll talk to you soon. Be safe. Hey, look, it's a lot of things going on. We're going to try to keep everybody up to speed on what's going on with the movement. Now, I've been looking in the chat, DJ Brother Z, and a lot of people, when they talk about prayer and different belief systems, and I always tell people, whatever you believe in, if it's keeping you out of trouble, that's a good thing. You know, a lot of people got different beliefs, and I let everybody come through. This show, no matter what they believe, no matter what they think, if they're out here trying to be positive, it don't even matter to me. At the end of the day, if you're not violating innocent life with your belief system, if it's helping you get on the right track, if it's helping you define your purpose, God bless you. Because at the end, that's not what we're here for. We're here to work. And all I know is no matter who you pray to, if you ain't out here working, it don't mean nothing. That's what I tell people. If you ain't about that action, it don't even mean nothing. You could be praying to a rock. If that rock got you out here helping and motivating you, I'm going to have another rock in my pocket for you. You know, if you lose that rock, I'm going to have another rock in my pocket so you can keep being inspirational and doing the right thing. So y'all I ain't finna get tangled up on your political beliefs or your religious beliefs. I'm going to get tangled up on, are you about that action? And whatever you believe in, if it's helping you to be about that action, I'm with you. That's how I feel about it. Because you hear folks saying that they got the right idea and they out here doing the wrong thing. So I don't even get caught up in none of that. God bless anybody that's out here that's trying to do the real work. And if you out here trying to do the real work, no matter what it is or what you believe in, your purpose gonna lead you to the right outcome. And that's how I feel about that. But anyway, salute to the young people that came through the show today. It was powerful. It was powerful. And they definitely about that action because they working. So I'm going to tell you this. Speaking about churches and things like that, there was a church that was out here that was praying in the bars, Evolve. I guess Mahogany was one of the people that said that she was influenced by the Evolve Church. And recently they were out at the bar and a lot of people had to weigh in on it. With people being at the bar, people praising at the bar and doing things like that. You know what I'll say is this. I always believed that I can go anywhere I felt like I wanted to go because I control what happens to Tory Lowe. So I don't care where I go. If it's people there and I can reach them, I'm going to go. I'm not there for them to influence me. I'm there to influence them. So however you feel about it, maybe you're not strong enough to go places where you might be tempted. Now, if you was an ex-alcoholic, I wouldn't advise you to hang out in no place where they serve alcohol. If you was an ex-prostitute, I wouldn't advise you to go somewhere where somebody got some cash up, that might, send you a few dollars if I wouldn't advise that. You know what I mean? You got to go where, you're able to stand strong on your purpose. But at the end of the day, I'm not against people who feel like they're strong enough to do something and spread a positive message. I ain't against it. So many people put gates up around your life, and then you'll find out that they jumped the gate a long time ago. They'll tell you what not to do, but then they doing it. No, it depends. You got to understand where you at in life. You got to understand what you are capable of doing. And many times, a lot of people, they'll say something, it sounds slick, but they ain't about it. You know what I mean? So I'm not against nobody that's willing to be about that action and spread positive energy. I'm not against it. So many people talking, but they ain't walking. So, hey, it is what it is. But God bless everybody. And salute to all my brothers and sisters on the front lines. And ain't no telling what they have to do and go through or what they have to believe in to be able to achieve their goals. But you got my support. But there is a situation I want to get to. There is a situation that I want to get to. They saying that it's radioactive shrimp. Radioactive. Okay, I guess we.
Oh no, I was watching this for myself. I ain't gonna lie.
All right, because DJ.
But let's do this one too.
Okay, hold on. We gonna do this one. Okay, DJ Brother Z went and got the church. Before we get to the radioactive shrimp that's out here, they said that was being sold at Walmart. I want to get to this story of the church, Evolved Church, that did the celebration at the bar. With the church celebration at the bar, it's going viral. People weighing in on it. This ain't the first event that Evolved and did. Pastor Ken Locke, Pastor Locke. This ain't the first thing that this church did that caused people to kind of go, what is going on with this church? But they was on Water Street. After all the violence that happened on Water Street, they was out praising God in the club. You can find them in the club. We got video if you're watching as we broadcast live. Let's listen.
Weeks of violence in the heart of downtown Milwaukee, a local church is taking an unconventional approach.
Yeah, you could say that. Fox 6's Rhea Jones is live with the latest push to curb crime. Rhea?
Well, Ted and Mary, violence on Water Street has gotten a big response from city officials. Now a local church is hoping to spark change with praise.
We declare Water Street is marked off in the name of Jesus, that our young people will not die and bleed out on these streets.
Prayers for peace on Water Street, a place recently associated with late-night fights, gunfire, and crime scene tape transformed into a safe haven sanctuary.
It's easy to stay inside the church, but I think the real ministry is to go out to where the pain is.
Kenneth Locke is the lead pastor of Evolve Church. Tuesday, he and his team took over Poorman's and Elevate, 2 nightlife hotspots in the entertainment district.
Ben, who is the owner of Poorman's, reached out after all of the recent violence and the death that happened down there.
In July, there were several violent incidents, including a shooting near a nightclub further down the street where 5 people were injured, 2 died. How do you feel praise and worship on Water Street can help curb the crime that we're seeing downtown?
Well, I think any place you put God in, it changes the entire environment.
News of Locke's unconventional praise and worship event sparking controversy online. What do you say to those who are questioning your approach?
I would say to them, I understand. Most people are afraid, and they've seen manipulation. They've seen things not done with integrity.
Locke says the event only served mocktails.
We had a praiseberry lemonade drink
and free pizza, opening up the event to a wider audience than anticipated.
Groups of people receiving prayer and receiving Christ outside the bar.
An atmosphere he believes can make a difference.
If helping souls is the goal, then we have to do it again.
Locke says some people even brought out their...
I ain't against it. I like when people moving around, spreading that positive energy. And if they had a few tatas, hey, y'all take communion. I don't know. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Hey, maybe they had, maybe they didn't do a hottie toddy. Hey, I'll say this. Everybody got their way of talking about things, and everybody think their way is right. But at the end of the day, when you meet Judgment Day, you gonna find out was it right or wrong. That's between you and what you think you finna do. And if there's a Judgment Day, you gonna have to answer for your actions. That's all I'm saying. So in the meantime, in between time, while I'm on this earth, long as you ain't out here harming no innocent life, touching on no kids, causing innocent life to perish, we ain't got no problem. I'm gonna leave that up to God. I'm going to leave that up between you and God. I ain't finna argue about none of that. I need y'all to get to work. It's a lot of people that need some help out here. That's what I'm going to push people to do, be about that action. Other than that, that's between you. If you believe a certain way, if you doing certain things a certain way, that's between you and whoever you believe in. And hopefully when you get to that, whatever that situation is where you got to talk to them, hey, you going to find out on that day. So until then, I love when people get to work. Everybody got an opinion. Everybody got some kind of way to talk about things, but they ain't doing nothing. So I'm more of an action person. So I want to see action. And then at the end of the day, whatever God you serve, gonna have to divvy that up once you meet him. Because there's a whole bunch of people believe a whole lot of ways, but it ain't nobody doing nothing. So we gonna see. We gonna see what happens. But before we run the break, it's about that time, Truth Nation.
One call, that's all.
Hey, now it's your chance to be our one call, that's all Gruber 5K giveaway entry winner for today. Yes, you'll be entered in to win $5,000 courtesy of Gruber Law Office. Be caller number 10 right now at 833-212-1017, and you'll be entered in to win $5,000. Entered in to win our $5,000 giveaway courtesy of 1017 The Truth and Gruber Law Office. Again, caller number 10 at 833-212-1017 will be entered in to win our $5,000 giveaway. And remember, if you or a loved one have been injured in an accident, contact Gruber Law Offices today. Visit them at gruber-law.com. For official contest rules, visit 1017thetruth.com.
Don't touch that dial. The Tory Lowe Show will be right back on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
At Hazelden Betty Ford, treating mental health isn't just about breaking old patterns. It's about braving new ones. As the leader in alcohol and drug treatment for 75 years, we know caring for addiction, anxiety, depression, and trauma goes hand in hand. We're here for you with new tools when life breaks down. Discover your path to better mental health at hazeldenbettyford.org/Wisconsin. Sponsored by Hazelden Betty Ford Foundation.
I'm Angela Bassett. As a first responder on screen, I know what it means to act fast in an emergency. In real life, the same urgency can save lives, especially when it comes to a food allergy. For 33 million Americans, one bite can turn an ordinary meal into a life-threatening reaction. And too often, they don't have the one thing that could save them: epinephrine. But emergencies don't wait. And when a severe reaction happens, being prepared makes all the difference. Now, there's a needle-free option, a new way to carry epinephrine that makes it easier than ever to be ready. No needles, no hesitation, because when the unexpected happens, the best thing you can do is be ready. Know the risk, know the options. Be ready to act. Learn more at foodallergy.org/ready to act.
It's 1017 The Truth. Dr. Ken Harris for Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. It all started with a new invention in 1925, the roll screen. The ability to roll a window screen up and down like a shade. Pella invested in this breakthrough when the business was born in Pella, Iowa, and has introduced the world to innovation, game-changing decisions ever since. They've been at it for a century. When you want long-lasting comfort and reliability, it's easy to trust Pella. Every piece is specifically constructed for you and your home, and always designed with innovation and rigorously tested for quality and performance. The Pella team takes pride in constructing quality windows and doors with meticulous attention to every detail. Investing in new Pella windows and doors creates long-term energy savings and durability that lasts for years. There's no reason to wait, because if you order by August 31st, get 0% interest for up to 60 months. Certain restrictions apply. Yes, that's up to 5 years with no interest payments, so don't miss out. Visit PellaWI.com today.
Maya is always on the move, and so is her money. Buy this here, deposit that there. She and her money are a lot to keep track of. Good thing Maya banks with Landmark Credit Union and uses their amazing mobile app. Maya checks her balance, deposits checks, pays bills, even transfers money between friends. So while Maya is coming and going, she can see her funds coming, going, and, best of all, growing. Landmark Credit Union. Banking made easy. Insured by NCUA.
Marquette University High School football lives here. Catch all the action of Hilltoppers football on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. Tune in this Friday night as the Hilltoppers kick off their 2025 season hosting the Arrowhead Warhawks. Join our coverage starting at 6:30 p.m., leading up to kickoff at 7 p.m. Marquette University High School football is presented by Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all. And sponsored by Left's Lucky Town, C.J. Schmidt, Capital Insurance Agency, Boyle Fredrickson, Annex Wealth Management, Magic Productions, and Berghardt Sporting Goods.
When you're high, you feel different. Pretty obvious, right? You think different, talk different, but if you feel different, you drive different. So if you're high, just don't drive. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Happy kids heal faster, and that's why Starlight is dedicated to improving the mental well-being of sick kids across the U.S. Learn how at starlight.org.
Hurt by a truck? Call Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
More of the Tory Lowe Show is next on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Bury me alive, bury me with pride, bury me with berries, that forbidden fruit and cherry wine. Thank you very much, but tonight's my night and I'm buried by swinging for the fences, barbaric Kendrick and idle time.
Salute to Lisa. You'll be entered in to win our 5K giveaway courtesy of Gruber Law Office. And remember, if you or a loved one have been injured in an accident, contact Gruber Law Offices today. Visit them at gruber-law.com. For official rules, visit 1017thetruth.com. Hey, look, don't forget about the 23rd Truth Nation. Please join us for our 3rd annual True Family Fest on Saturday, August 23rd at 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. at Riverside University High School. Admission to the True Family Fest is absolutely free and a great place to have fun and celebrate with family and friends while also enjoying some great music and amazing food. So make sure you save the date for our 3rd annual True Family Fest on Saturday, August 23rd from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. at Riverside University High School. It's going to be powerful. It's going to be powerful. I cannot wait to see Truth Nation outside. I love it. I love seeing Truth Nation outside. And a lot of times I see a lot of the young girls that I went looking for and they went missing, and they'll show up and say, hey, I'm a nurse now. Thank you for finding me. Thank you for helping me out. I was being groomed, and you came and you intervened, and now I'm becoming a nurse. I'm doing something for myself. That's powerful, and I get that when I'm out broadcasting live at whether it's Juneteenth or whether it's the True Family Fest, and I let them come on the air and tell their stories. That's powerful. But if y'all want to join the conversation, we got a quick time to open up the lines, 833-212-1017. We got Winky on the lines. Winky, how you doing, brother Winky?
Hey, bless, man. Good afternoon.
Bless, brother Winky.
You've been really doing your thing with the guest cast you've been bringing on, man. I enjoyed my man yesterday and the youngsters that came on today. And anybody that's talk bad or talk about religion this and religion that, hey, man, look here. Those youngsters have gotten morals, and they got those principles and those morals through that book, man. That book that we call the Holy Bible, okay, which the Quran came it came many, many years after my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. And if those morals can be planted in our youth today, there's no way we should discourage them. There's no way that we should be fighting against them, man, because even if you go back and look at his terminology, he gets his meanings from the Bible. So, you know, that Bible, when you remove the Bible out of society, you introduce lawlessness. And that's what we have right now through social media and all that. And by the way, that midnight thing, I was doing that probably back in 85, 86. I got old VHS tapes of us out in the streets, man, all up and down Wales, Wisconsin. That's when them streets was balling, man. Wales and Wisconsin and Clybourne and Kilbourne was doing their thing. I got VHS tapes of us in the streets at midnight doing our thing, 20-some of us, man. Mm-hmm. You know, I used to have a program, and, you know, I don't like to call it out too much. I did it for 17 years because I ain't trying to seek no glory for myself, but a lot of people know me. But anybody want to see them videos or want to see how it's really done with people like me in the streets, I got some VHS videos, man, to give you from back in 96, 97, you know. But I appreciate those girls and that ministry that they doing, because ain't nobody doing it. The Jehovah's Witnesses ain't even doing it. Not at night. They say when the sun go down, there's no way, you know, when night comes, no man can work it. That's the excuse they use. But when you really love the people and you really believe in trying to save a soul or prevent a death, you'll get out there at night, man. So I commend them young girls and anybody that's saying this kind of stuff. I hope to goodness you get yourself right. I'm out.
All right, Wink. Thank you for tapping in. We got Brother Love on the lines. Brother Love, how you doing, Brother Love?
Hey, CeeLo, man, how's it going?
Blessings, brother.
Yes, blessings. Fine. Yes, man. I just want to congratulate you, man, on having the young spiritual ladies. I won't call them babies. I call them ladies, spiritual ladies on. And thank you for that prayer, that youth prayer, that ministry. I believe in what they're doing and trying to curb this violence epidemic. So, and thank you, brother, and thank you for their ministry, and thank you them young ladies again, because they're so inspirational and motivational. And God bless you and everybody at True Nation.
Hey, thank you, Brother Love, for tapping in. Well, we got a story. I know a lot of y'all like to eat the shrimp, the scrimps. We call it, when you're in the hood, you call it the scrimps. Throw a little scrimps on it. But it's some radioactive shrimp out here, and it's coming through Walmart. I think that I saw this story, and I know a lot of y'all, you know, y'all like the seafood ideas. There's some people that'll tell you don't eat that, you know. But, you know, that's why I say you can't get caught up in all what these folks are saying. You got to do what you feel that you got to do. And at the end of the day, you got to face some consequences or whatever that is. But for those that like the shrimp, you got to pay attention to this, especially at the Walmart, because we got an article that's saying that something is happening, radioactive shrimp. We got ABC News reporting on this. If you're listening, if we broadcast live, you may want to share this information with those people that's chewing on that shrimp from Walmart. Let's listen.
To recall a frozen shrimp sold at Walmart. People are being told to throw it away after shrimp in a shipment was found to be contaminated with radioactive material. Sam, you got the details.
Yeah, and George, radioactive material in food doesn't sound good. So we want to say right off the top that so far the FDA says it appears none of the potentially dangerous shrimp actually made it to Walmart stores. However, it was found in a shipment of uncooked frozen shrimp. So the agency is taking the step to recall more of the shrimp brand and warn the public. Now, the radioactive substance that we're talking about is called cesium-137, which is mostly found in places that have had nuclear testing or nuclear accidents. It has a half-life of about 30 years, which means we got a long time to think about it. And the FDA says it has found in a single shipment from a company in Indonesia. The level of radioactivity would not pose in the shrimp itself a health threat. But if you were to eat it repeatedly, repeated exposure to even low doses of cesium-137 could raise cancer risk. Now, Walmart sells the brand of frozen shrimp in 13 states under the brand name, and you can see them in red. Take a screenshot, or you can go to our website, abc.com, and we have these lot numbers for you. These are the numbers to look for. Best by date. Look out for the FDA. It says if you have a package of frozen shrimp with these numbers, throw it out immediately. If you think you may have eaten shrimp or been exposed, talk to your doctor immediately. The FDA says it is investigating the company and testing the products for any other potential problems. In the meantime, all products from that company are banned from entering this country.
That makes a lot of sense. Okay, Sam, thanks very much.
Hey, look, okay now. All right. They didn't put out the recall. Now, they saying in low doses that, it may not do something, but is they talking about one shrimp? Y'all not going to just eat one shrimp. So they get tricky when they say in low doses, so it's one radioactive shrimp. What if you got a plate full of the shrimp? Like, what if you eating the whole bag? What if you eating like 30 of them? Is that a low dose? What is considered a low dose, DJ Brother Z?
Yeah, probably like less than 10.
So less than 10 is a low. So what if y'all ain't gonna eat just 10 scrimps? I'm just saying. Y'all gonna eat, y'all gonna put it in what they usually put it in the shrimp and chicken Alfredo. Y'all gonna throw the shrimp in the Alfredo and y'all gonna eat as much of it until you get full. And how many shrimps is that? Now you sitting around glowing and don't know what happened. Now you sitting around, wireless devices and they don't need no battery no more because all you got to do is hold it because you radioactive. So once again, be careful. We got another recall on the shrimp. Look, when we come back, we'll be joined on the lines by advocate and author Elizabeth Brown. Truth Nation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
The Tory Lowe Show returns after this on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Ready to buy your first house, move into your forever home, or simply refinance? At Associated Bank, they've got you. With the right lending plan and guidance, you can achieve your dreams. Your financial goals are closer than you think, and Associated Bank is excited to help you reach them. Learn more at associatedbank.com/lending or ask a banker for details. Subject to credit approval, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Immerse yourself in a place where bold ideas are sought after, where all are encouraged to bring their personal flourish. Here, innovation is a way of life. In this city, the beat flows. Together, we're dancing to the rhythm. Forward. Now, it's your turn to grab hold of that energy, where you'll remember not just the meals, the celebrations, or the oncoming coast. What you'll remember is how we made you feel. Come experience Milwaukee, where fresh meets fearless every day.
We address people, young boys, as if they're grown when they're not. For me, they're not young men, they're young boys. And I think if we can keep them in that space, I can do a lot more with someone in middle school when I treat them as the boy that they are versus trying to make them men when they're not, and they probably have very few examples of that.
Listen to The Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris every weekday from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. on 1017 The Truth and The Truth app. Coming with straight truth.
Tory, I love you, I love you, I love you. I love you when I first started hearing your voice. And what you're doing, in the words of
T-Pain and Gorilla. I love it.
Thank you, brother. Bless.
Hey, I'm down with you, man. I missed your last gathering, but the next one I'm going to be there, and I'm going to make sure I introduce myself because, hey, you're God in all circumstances.
Catch the Tory Lowe Show every weekday from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. Never miss a moment of The Truth with Sherwin Hughes on the new 101.7 The Truth.
Violence is a tool. Violence is a tool of oppression. It's a tool of subjugation. It's a tool of manifest destiny. Let's not say all of a sudden, oh, hip-hop music is why people are... No. Y'all know how America was discovered? Murder, slavery, human trafficking. The origins of violence predates hip-hop. Can we at least agree on that?
Listen to The Truth with Sherwin Hughes weekdays from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. Tap into the best power hour in radio in Milwaukee.
Dropped my pants. I had to make sure I wasn't seen, you know. I don't want nobody to get surprised.
This is a sick Negro.
I'm just a real one. I peed again, came on back. I said, what y'all been doing? We've been out here for 3 hours. Y'all ain't peed yet? Just sitting here, we playing beer pong, and y'all sitting here peeing next to me? I'm still itchy today. Thinking something wrong. Am I the only one that's astonished by this?
Catch Truth to Power with Kyle Wallace every weekday from noon to 1 p.m. on 101.7 The Truth and The Truth app.
This is the Bloomberg Black Business Beat. Electric vehicles are gaining in popularity, but some people are still holding out because of range anxiety, the fear that you could end up stranded with no place to charge your car. And that fear is multiplied for big companies and could be what's stopping them from electrifying their fleets. Enter SparkCharge. It's a company founded by Joshua Aviv that bridges the gap between the existing electrical grid and the needs of a big company with an electrified fleet.
What we realize is that fleets, they'll incorporate 50 cars, they'll incorporate 20 cars, but then they'll have the issue of going to the grid and saying, hey, we want to get these cars electrified, but the grid can't handle the demand of all these vehicles. And so we show up, we get them up and going with our mobile battery chargers, which means they're charging from a giant battery connected to charging stations, and then they're able to get up and running a lot quicker.
Aviv is a young black entrepreneur who founded SparkCharge from his college dorm and now can tout Mark Cuban as a major investor. I'm Bloomberg's Justin Milliner on the Black Business Beat.
Sports Update on 101.7 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Brandon Snide. The Milwaukee Brewers dropped their third straight game on Wednesday evening to the Chicago Cubs at Wrigley Field. This one by a final score of 4-3. General Manager Matt Arnold joining WTMJ this morning discussing how this team is starting to fight through adversity.
We just have to keep that mentality, stay strong. You know, we're going to go through adversity. Nobody thought we were going to go undefeated, even though I know we won 14 games in a row. But we know that this team is very talented, and Murph just reinforced that point.
The Brewers will wrap up the road trip in Chicago this afternoon and return home to open a 3-game series against the Giants on Friday evening. And lastly, we'll head over to the NFL where the Green Bay Packers welcomed in the Seattle Seahawks for a joint practice. The two teams will face off in the NFL preseason finale on Saturday at Lambeau Field. That kickoff is set for 3 o'clock. This sports update brought to you by Associated Bank, proudly supporting your hometown teams. Member FDIC.
It's the Tory Lowe Show on 101.7 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
She feed me from the garden. Body flawless, look like someone drawing. I know this different, don't record it. $1 million, I absorbed them. Sold up all the game and then I ran with it.
Just Between Friends, where families serve families. Secondary families sell gently used clothing, toys, books, and baby gear. Shopping families save 50 to 90% on the same items. Thousands of items all in one place at the Wisconsin State Fair Expo Center, September 18th through the 21st. Shop early for the best selections of clothes, toys, books, and baby gear. Paid pre-sale tickets are available online. Free tickets available for the first-time parents, grandparents, military, first responders, teachers, and daycare directors. Just Between Friends, helping families say yes. Visit Milwaukee County JBF JBFsale.com. That's Milwaukee County, JBFsale.com for more information. Also, tune into the award-winning 1017 The Truth Black Business Give Back Spotlight this Friday at 3:57 p.m. between the Tory Lowe Show and The Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris. Kyle Wallace will be joined by Trilly Mack, CEO of Hard Labor Entertainment. They will discuss Trilly's thriving clothing brand and how he went from an entrepreneur to a successful clothing designer by networking with the right people. So again, tune into Black Business Give Back Spotlight with Hard Labor Entertainment this Friday at 3:57 p.m. right here on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. I guess we got an update while we wait for Liz to tap in. We got an update on what happened. Remember the DoorDash, was that the Uber driver, DoorDash driver?
It was DoorDash.
DoorDash driver that was followed and had her car torn up for, I guess, an order dispute. We got the update on what took place. If you watch it as we broadcast live, let's listen.
Driver says a customer vandalized her vehicle over a failed delivery. Now a woman is facing criminal charges. Janiyah Jones is charged with criminal damage to property and disorderly conduct. Prosecutors say she's the woman seen on doorbell video knocking on Faith Morris's door on July 11th. Morris says she lost service when trying to deliver Jones' order and went home. According to the criminal complaint, Morris told investigators she feared Jones had followed her home and started messaging her asking which house was hers. Morris told us she saw Jones hit her vehicle with a tire iron and a brick.
Are you serious? Get your manager on the phone. One of your customers just came over here and destroyed my car. Over 10 chicken wings that didn't even have lemon pepper on them.
If convicted, Jones faces more than 3 years in prison.
Wow. 3 years in prison for a bad order. You know, and I'm telling you, this is why I say, you know, people have gotten to the point where the emotional impulsiveness is out of control. Josh in the chat says, not the lemon pepper, not with the lemon pepper on it. I mean, over wings, you know, 3 years, felony, impulsive, irrational. This is what's happening out here in these streets. This is what's happening. Also, I wanted to retouch on making sure that they saying that FEMA is coming through. Make sure that y'all documenting, for those that are joining the show, we talked about this earlier in the show. Make sure that y'all documenting what's happening. I didn't want to let the show go off because that's probably one of the most important things for some of the listeners right now is that y'all understand that FEMA is out here knocking on doors and maybe taking surveys. Make sure that they FEMA workers, make sure that they got the right credentials. But they're saying that they're evaluating the area, and don't treat it like y'all do the census. Don't treat it like y'all do the census now where y'all don't send it back in. Many times it don't be a real accurate account because a lot of times when they send the information out for the census, y'all don't fill it out. But this is at the time where y'all need to make sure that y'all doing y'all due diligence because, hey, a brother brought it up. Hey, Milwaukee is a blue state. And not a blue state, but a blue city. The surrounding counties was red and Milwaukee was blue. So they might disperse the cash, but y'all better make sure that y'all tapped in. If y'all feeling that way, because it's so many reasons other than politics why y'all might be overlooked or the money may not make it to you. Or the money may not make it to you because we had money coming in before FEMA. And what happened to that money? The CARES Act money. Well, you know, so a lot of the grant money that came in to help the people, a lot of times we end up scratching our heads. Where did the money go? So make sure that anybody that's affected negatively by the flood is keeping their eyes open. Also, we talked about these animals coming up looking, they're saying that these animals have weird growths. The rabbit, the squirrel, they got weird. They're seeing these squirrels in the garden with the weird growth. They're saying that it's the zombie rabbits and zombie squirrels and the mutated deers out here. Keep your head on the swivel, Truth Nation. Keep your head on the swivel. Didn't somebody in the chat said that something happened? They got in a car accident? I think early in the show, somebody, I know not really, a city girl said she hit a pothole. Kuana, I think she said that something happened where she had an accident with a deer. Oh, this is what she said. She said, a deer just ran into my work vehicle. So I'm tuned in, and my big boss is taking me home. Damn deer messed my money up. I don't know if we can say that, but we was talking about the deer, and I guess the deer hit her car.
That's crack smoking crazy is what that is.
Hey. Vaughn in the chat, he says, I don't like the word morals. Even people with morals will discard those in times where hope is lost. People have morals. They are choosing most times than not to disregard that better judgment. Hey, I'll tell you this. If you ain't harming no innocent life, whatever you want to call it, keep doing it. I ain't going to argue with none of it. Now, if you out here causing problems, then we're going to have a problem. That's how I feel about that. That's how I feel about that. I don't care what you're doing. Long as you ain't, if you out here trying to be a good, productive citizen, whatever helping you do it, whatever helping you become a good, productive citizen, I'm with you. Whatever you want to call it. If you focus and doing the right thing and it's better in your life, I don't care what you say it is. If it's working, I'm with it. We got Elizabeth Brown when we come back. Elizabeth Brown, I want to get your final thoughts on the show, I guess. Bruh. Truth Nation. Stay like that right here on Tory Lowe.
The Tory Lowe Show returns after this on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Hi, I'm Theo, and I'm a proud Riverside University High School Tiger. As a rising junior, I'm excited to get involved in the many opportunities that RUHS offers, like sports, clubs, and advanced placement classes. But what I love most about Riverside are all of the chances to grow and build relationships with classmates. Riverside is one of the most welcoming high schools in the city. On Saturday, August 23rd, from 11 to 3, come and join us for the Truth Family Fest. We'll have entertainment, food trucks, and vendors. See you there.
Tracy, going back to the process, and as it relates specifically to the partnership that Old National Bank has with Housing Resource, what does the process consist of when coming through this program?
It's a referral process. We work with clients that first-time homeowners that may not have the counseling that they need. They may not have the equity, the down payment that they need. So we refer them to our partners like HRI or Housing Resources, Inc., because we recognize that those organizations, they have the resources, they have the tutorial documentation and all of those things that are necessary for first-time homeowners that don't know the process, may not know the system, may not know what's required for home ownership. So working with Housing Resources Inc. and other partnerships that we have like through WIDA has been very, very advantageous, not only for us, but also the organizations, but also for the community.
If better sleep has been hard to come by, you're not alone, and the right mattress can make all the difference. That's why Helix Sleep and Steinhafels have teamed up to bring their award-winning mattresses to Steinhafels. Now you can try Helix in person, something you can't do just anywhere. Right now, Steinhafels is offering 20% off all Helix mattress orders just for our listeners. Head to steinhafels.com to learn more. Helix Sleep at Steinhafels. Better sleep starts now.
Experience, knowledge, and results. That's what really matters when you need help after a serious truck accident. You'll need a lawyer experienced in fighting and winning for people just like you. Gruber Law Offices has the resources, strong track record of success, and a team of experienced lawyers to take care of your needs. We've successfully helped people injured in big truck accidents for more than 35 years. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
You hit the library. Shh, hard. And keep your eyes on the prize.
Also, one day you can earn that bachelor's. Finishing what you start where you want, that's worth working for. And here is how you get there. Here at MATC, where smart programs prep you for next-level challenges. Earning your bachelor's can start right away, and graduation is just the beginning. Here's to an education that takes you farther. Here's how you get there. Here at matc.edu/get there.
It's the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
1017 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show, DJ Brother Z on the ones and twos. Joining me on the lines, Advocate Arthur Elizabeth Brown. How you doing, Queen?
Salute, King. It's busy. Happy Thursday.
Happy
it's
Thursday.
But, powerful show. You know, I was listening, and the youth came in, and I've heard them speak before, and that was, it's prevalent. So glad that they came in and that you allowed them that space to not only speak about what they need, but also pray over, other youth and us as adults. And I think, it's a pivotal time, where they say a child shall lead them. That was powerful because those two young ladies definitely, I'm so proud of them. My heart is full. The reality is, again, like they stated, like I've always said on the Tory Lowe Show, when we talk about them in a negative light, because, again, we're quick to say what they're not doing, but slow to say what they don't have and why they're not doing it. Because a lot of times, it's the adults, what we're not doing. How, as adults, are we expecting them to approach us? How are you afraid of something that you gave life to? It behooves me how elders, and others can say that they're afraid of the children that we gave life. How can you say you represent a God that have no fear, and you say you fearful of the children that we've been blessed with in totality? I could never fear our children because I understand, especially in this world, that a child that's acting out is a child that's going through or been through something. Again, to hear them speak and how they found their way and how they're denying their flesh, how they understand the basics of what integrity is, and that's standing on some type of principle for themselves, especially in a world that's teaching them and preaching them to indulge in all things. There is no discipline. There is no speaking of denying your flesh. There is no speaking of having the courage to have self-respect, to be consistent about governing your thoughts. Because, again, anything you feed is going to get bigger. So the reality is you not only have to feed your brain, what you allowing, like they said, what you allow your eyes to see, you can become. What you allow to go into your ears, if they're hearing negativity from the adults every day, why would they smile when they see you? Again, we have to be very intentional about how we handle our children, because it's quick to say what they need to do or what they should to do. The question is, what the hell are we doing as adults? Because at the same time, we're sitting, being the example that they're watching. Like they said, come to where we are. Speak to us. Smile at us. Don't cross the street. Don't roll your eyes. Again, just because they talk a certain way or walk a certain way, you have to understand to survive in this life, certain things have taken place. And we can never blame the children. We have to blame the adults. If our children are sick because the village they come from is sick, and we are supposed to be the first line of defense, the first line of protection, the first line of the example to be. So if we, wherever you are, stating that our children are, you are part of that problem. Point blank and period. So I say today I am humble. My heart is full because, again, those two young ladies really light fire under me. I was just smiling the whole time to hear them talk, because if you don't stand for something, you will fall for nothing. And like you said, I don't care what it is that you worship. At the end of the day, if you about that work, that's where the change happens.
I agree.
So salute to them young ladies and all the youth that we deal with every day, because I never had a youth that was disrespectful in front of me, because it's an energy that I carry. It's the love that's in my eyes. It's the love that's in my smile. I don't care what kind of day I have. When I see our children, I try to love on them, because love changes things. The energy you carry usually be the energy you be met with. It's automatic. So the bottom line is, Tory, it's our time. Thank you for giving them that space to be able to speak to other youth, because it's a frequency. And unity is not going to be in the physical. It's going to be in the frequency. So salute to you. Salute to them. And Truth Nation, it's our time. Let's get it.
Hey, look, Elizabeth Brown, once again, another powerful conversation today.
Absolutely.
And we got a lot of work to do. And thank you for coming out, to deep clean for the elder that needed us. Many times we got to roll up our sleeves and get to work. So I want to thank you for all the work that you do, because a lot of it is, it's selfless.
It is selfless, and no thanks needed. Again, whatever I can do, I'm going to get it done, So let's get it, Ken.
All right. Talk to you soon. All right, DJ Brother Z.
All right, Queen. All right, Tory Lowe from Waterfall. Green don't always mean go. Let's get it.
Hey, look, Truth Nation, salute to everybody in the chat for joining another powerful conversation. I see y'all out there in the chat as usual. And everybody out there in Radio Land that tuned in to the show today, everybody that called in and added to the show today, salute, salute, salute. Keep your head on a swivel. Green don't always mean go, and look both ways before you cross the streets. And keep our youth in your prayers. But let's be about that action. Dr. Ken Harris up next.
Truth Nation, please join us at our 3rd annual Truth Family Fest on Saturday, August 23rd from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. at